From the heart of the city to the outer edges of the Beltway and beyond, this is the District of Misfits show, the drinking show with a podcast problem. This is your guide into our unique and beautiful city, the good, the bad, the ugly, as well as the funny and straight up ridiculous. Told by us before someone tells it for us. The opinions expressed on this show are our own, and we make no apologies. Hey, what's up, y'all? Happy Sunday. Happy Father's Day. Happy Juneteenth weekend. You beautiful people. And welcome to another episode of the District of Misfits show, the drinking show with a podcast problem, the podcast for the rest of us. I am your boy, Crushing Boo, here with my cohorts, Marcus and Val, and our good friend of the show, Rasheed Shakur. Jamie might dive bomb this bitch at some point. Who knows? Spin the wheel. We'll see what happens. But yeah, we're super glad to have y'all here. And if it is your first time, welcome. If you are a regular, we encourage you to mash it on the like button, smash the share buttons on all the platforms. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram, the District of Misfits. You can find us on Twitter at DC Misfits. Whoever that was, take a shot because I heard that shit.
That's Rasheed.
It wasn't me.
Oh, okay. On YouTube, subscribe to our channel, The District of Misfits Show, where you can find this show and other amazing podcast content created by District Dogface Studios. On Twitch, we are District of Misfits, and you can go to crushingdc.com and purchase some gear. It's an excellent way to support us and keep us doing what we're doing. And if you would like to be a guest on this show, or if you are interested in creating a podcast of your own, we can help you make that happen. Reach out to us at the District of Misfits Show at gmail.com. And I'm going to take a moment to pat myself on the back for doing that right the first time, because I'm probably going to butcher it in some way, shape, or form.
Well, we have a new addition. We have a coming soon.
Coming soon. Oh, yes. Our OnlyFans.
No way.
Oh
yeah,
we're gonna get fucking weird, y'all. It's gonna be great. Yeah. So stay tuned.
you see the fear in his face.
It's like all kinds of visuals just
and honestly, this is some shit that we should have done during the lockdown when we really had fucking time to get loose, but what are you gonna do?
Well, we'll figure it out.
I'm shocked you're on Twitch. I think
on Twitch.
I am too. Yeah, but here we are. We'll be probably eventually doing some stuff on TikTok too, whatever. I don't know. Anyways, welcome to our show, Marcus. What's in store? What do we?
Waters tells up to get fucked. Nellie.
Who's Waters?
Hello, Roger Waters.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Just so people are like, who's Waters?
Hello, my name is, and it is Bambee'S birthday.
Bambe, yes, it's our lovely Valerie Michelle with 2 L's. It's her birthday.
2 L's. It's my
We're
birthday.
party like it's her birthday. We're taking bets on how long she lasts.
Okay, now
all day.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just get that. She's.
I am
that.
Instead of starting at the gate, she is stumbling out of the gate.
Experienced. How about that? She's experienced.
I am. Shockingly, I mean, I don't want to reveal too much, but I did have a few birthday beverages.
I'm gonna go to Tim
while
you can't change your wager now.
You can't change it. You can't change it.
You can't change
The show's already started.
10:56. I heard you.
So, I mean, I was at work at 11 a.m. Wait, can we talk about, do you have the picture? Marcus.
Oh, shout out to my girl Natalie. Happy belated birthday.
Oh, yeah, happy birthday.
My band, The Mighty Trouble Threat, we played her party at DC9 on Friday, and it was fucking magical. We had such a good time. It was such a joy and a pleasure to bring that to you, Natalie. Bring that to the people. Megan the Gay took some awesome pictures. We had a bunch of awesome photographers there. Like it was It was fantastic.
It was great.
Yeah.
It was great.
It was great.
Yeah.
Crushing DC was in full effect. It's a beautiful thing.
We sold some t-shirts.
Sold some t-shirts. Val took our vending sales thing into the future. Like we fucking like dragging our knuckles.
I'm like, oh
from
my
the
God, that's
20th
so
century into the fucking 21st.
I was like, oh, let's put our website up on the on the iPad.
1050.
Hey,
You can't change your fucking bet, people. God damn
change
it.
it.
You can't
Also, I was the brains of the
I
operation.
have faith in you,
Friday.
Val. Actually,
Yo,
I'm just
Val,
talking
for real.
shit.
I mean, you definitely are thinking in times where some of us are too stoned or concussed to get, to get the job done.
Anyway, this morning I went into work at 11 a.m. and within 20 minutes I was ambushed by some of my coworkers with
Bukkake style.
I mean, look at me. What?
Dude.
Oh,
Hey,
That's
Val,
you.
what's the name of the person that makes the schedule there?
Oh no, I can't say that.
Do you just say
No.
their first name or just give me an initial?
D.
D, yo, listen up, D. Pay attention. I hope you're fucking watching. If you ever schedule my girl a Friday night and then a double on Saturday and then Sunday fucking morning, I'm going to come find where you live and I'm going to take a shit on your fucking pillow.
I think that's reasonable.
I'm not
Yeah.
even fucking playing, dude. What the fuck do you think this is? Who the fuck do you think you are? You fucking save that bullshit for the rookies, bro. I'm not.
Right?
Y'all
Fuck.
fucking heard.
I mean, is it
y'all heard it here
unreasonable?
first.
Like, I
It's
mean,
her
I've
birthday
been in this.
weekend too?
I've been
Her
in this
birthday
industry
weekend?
for 27 years. Like, why am I the one who's stuck with that shit?
The shit schedule.
I don't know.
A Clopen
Val,
double?
If it ever happens again,
Yeah.
if it ever happens again,
A
you fucking tell
Clopen
me.
double on
Yes.
Juneteenth.
D, I'm
Yes.
coming for you, bro.
Yes.
I'm
Rude.
coming for you. You've been.
So to be
warned.
fair, that's probably part of the reason Val is always exhausted on Sundays, but you add her birthday on top of it, and this is what we get.
Yeah, man.
I will fucking.
And I
shit.
tried to be. I honestly
Oh,
tried to
good
be a
thing.
little bit like responsible
You trying
yesterday.
to be a team
like,
player?
no, well, last night I was like, I need to go home. Like,
Yeah.
I knew I had to open in the morning, and I was like, I need to go home.
These
So
are. For
I was
D.
home by like 2:30.
These are. For
Marcus
D.
texted me at like 3:45. I was already passed out.
Can
I
you
just want
hear
to make
this,
sure you're
D?
safe.
Can
Passed
you hear
out.
this, D? Let me turn it up. Don't let me fucking catch you doing that fucking shit to Val again, bro. I'm coming for you.
Don't you worry, it's gonna happen already.
Yo, that's fine.
Already.
You just give me the deets.
I'm
I'll
sure
fucking
that's
take care of it.
I'm sure the schedule's already set. And I'm
So this is
fucking
what we
doing the
do.
Same thing next week.
Boo, this is what we do. We go down
I
there.
hope
We
you
go
like
down
poop.
there. Boo. We go down there on Val's shift, and we get annihilated on one of her Clopens, and I'll turn into Bradley.
Oh no!
Oh no, we can't unleash
No,
Bradley on the people. We're not trying to get Val fired.
Rasheed has
I just
seen
want to-
Bradley.
I just
I mean,
want to do some
whatever.
intimidation.
Get me
We've all seen
fired.
Bradley.
Shit. No, I
Oh
mean,
yeah. I guess if
I'll
you
get
fired,
naked,
you can
run
collect
around the fucking
unemployment, but
bar
Then
and
you got to
shit.
deal with
again,
the DC
in all
government.
fairness, like I love the people I work with. Like I love them. They
Except for
they
D.
did. I mean, well, like I said, like last night, my girl Lisa, it was her birthday. She and I are born same year, like so we're the same age. Her birthday is the 19th, mine is the 20th. And like we always celebrate our birthdays together. She was over at Nick's last night. Like I got off work early. We were celebrating. All the servers thanks Megan, thank you. So all the servers who had already gotten off, they all waited till midnight to like
Oh.
wish me a happy birthday. And they were, I mean, the whole bar was like singing happy birthday to me.
Oh, that's
like,
cute.
It was great. I mean, it was like I wish I had a video of it. Like everyone was like, happy birthday, Val, like
there's
right
no
at
video,
midnight.
so we don't know that this happened.
I mean, there is like so there is like, like the cameras from
Got like
The rest-
CCTV
This
footage.
close.
yeah.
Now to be
So-
fair, I talked about like 3 minutes of, and there was a lot of motherfuckers in the background. A lot of them were saying happy birthday. It was like
Lot of hoot
fucking.
and holler.
Yeah.
lot of
I
hoot
mean,
and holler.
I love them. I love them so much. Like the people I work with are great. It's just my schedule sucks, and I don't understand why. Like
You are
It's
lucky that Val is such a nice human being that she won't tell me your actual fucking name. Because I'm not even fucking joking, dude. I got
Dennis.
6 weeks. 6
Stop,
weeks
stop,
of 6
stop.
weeks of free
Dennis.
time on my hands, dude. 7, actually. I'm more than happy to make an example of you if this is how you want to continue to do business with my girl.
But they're like, like again, I love working for them. I love the company. I love, like they took care of me during COVID. What I do?
Nothing. Carry on, man.
What I
You're
do?
doing fine. Marcus is doing the Lord's work. Might be the Lord of Darkness.
Anyway, I mean, I would, I love them and I would love to stay, but
all right.
it is what it is.
So let's keep it moving. When I am not ranting and threatening the managers of my friends and cohorts and stuff, you can find me on
Marcus.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and now TikTok at Crushing Boo. I am not cranking out the TikToks like I'd like to, but I'd rather have them be inspired in quality than just doing shit for the sake of doing it, because that's not
I
how
respect
roll.
that.
So
And I am the complete. I don't do the TikToks just because I don't fucking pay attention, but I am a gluttony for just putting out shit content all the time, every day. So
Marcus
not the
likes the
pasteurized chef.
machine gun. He's got
Yeah,
the
I'm
machine gun
machine.
strategy.
When let's see, I might not post for like a week or two, but when I do, it's like 17 times a day on every
We'll
single
hit something
platform.
eventually. Just keep shooting.
Just keep shooting.
I take a dump on things, so yeah, it's like that. But Rasheed's got some
Val.
friends and family.
Yeah.
What about me?
Yeah.
Hey, I
Well,
know
tell
those
everybody where you
gyms.
can be founded.
I can be founded on the face of books at Valerie Michelle Torres, Michelle with 2 L's, and on the Insta and what else? The Twits at VMTDC. Apparently, I'm like all over the place on VMTDC. I don't know. Anyway.
Hold on.
DC.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's specific.
Oh.
That's really specific.
See, Marcus, I told you need to read these things before you put them on screen, but you don't want to fucking listen,
really
dude. And this is
specific.
what the fuck happens. I fucking tried to warn
Hey,
you.
I'm
What up,
okay with
Reggie?
making fun of me. You can drag me through the snow and the mud all you want, because I need some color in this skin.
Oh, he'll take bump, bruises, and scrapes over a tan any day.
Hey, Rasheed, I got your socials here, so if you want to tell them, you can, but I'll let them run around the bottom.
If you put my social security number on, I got it. Okay.
Not your sister. No.
It's just the last four.
The children can find me over at Rasheed Shakur. That's Facebook and Instagram. Pretty simple. Shakur like Tupac, Rasheed like Wallace. I can also be found on Twitter, though it's inactive. I don't know what to tweet anymore.
Same.
I just don't know what to tweet. The
Twitter's
book can be
horrible.
found
You're tweeting it. I can scream at my wall, and it's probably more effective than a tweet.
It just doesn't make sense to me. And also, 144 characters feels really limiting. And I don't know. I don't like that box. You can find the book and all things book related at RasheedHamid.com, RasheedHamid.com. And as of last month, my virtual assistant business has turned 1 year old. So
Nice.
Extra Hands virtual assistants started off just little old me, and now we've got a staff of 13 and over 25 recurring contracts. And you can find us at Extra Hands, plural, V as in Victor, A as in Apple, S as in Sam, VAS.com.
And also a little bit later on in the show, after we go over the headlines, Rasheed's going to tell us about his book that's dropping.
Second book's dropping.
Second book, yes, author. We forgot to
first book's already out. Second one's dropping.
Credit author. So yeah, dude. Let's go ahead and get started, man. Marcus, you want to this up? You have video of this of Waters and Zuck. Do you?
I do not. No, I do not.
Oh my god, because it is fan-fucking-tastic.
All right. Well, if you guys want to talk about something else, I'll pull it up.
So yeah, well, I mean, I can go ahead and set it up for you. How about that?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So for those of you who don't know, there was a band, maybe you've heard of them, maybe not, called Pink Floyd. And one of the founding members, by the name of Roger Waters, is still performing actively, is still very, very outspoken. He was probably their political edge when the band was at its prime. And the dude he's never without, something poignant to say. And was it 2 weeks ago? This happened 5 days ago is when this story comes out. This is from the LA Times. Roger Waters burns down powerful idiot Mark Zuckerberg's request to use one of his songs. So Mr. Fucker Zuckerberg himself wanted to use another brick in the wall, which is the ultimate anti-capitalist, anti-establishment, anti-everything anthems that you could think of. And Mr. Captain Corporatist and just fucking professional alien pretending to be human Mark Zuckerberg, wanted to use this fucking song for some kind of ad campaign. And according to this LA Times article, at a recent New York City event at the People's Forum to advocate for the release of Julian Assange, the WikiLeaks founder, who is imprisoned in London, Waters produced a printed image of a message he said he had received on the internet that morning. In a video shared on Twitter by La Jornada, the 77-year-old former frontman of Pink Floyd and main songwriter for Pink Floyd said, "It's a request for the rights to use my song Another Brick in the Wall 2 in the making of a film to promote Instagram." So, Marcus, when you give me the thumbs up when you find that video.
We're good to go. We're good.
Oh, so yeah, let's play this video because honestly, I get what's next is his quote written, but you need to hear the words from the man himself. And I've seen him in his most recent concert appearance. Roger Waters is not to be fucked with. Take it away.
I'd just like to say something very brief. This is something that I actually put in my folder when I came out here today. You have no idea what it is. Nobody does, because it arrived on the internet to me this morning. It's a request for the rights to use my song, Another Brick in the Wall 2, in the making of a film to promote Instagram. So it's a missive. It's a missive from Mark Zuckerberg to me, right? Arrived this morning with an offer of a huge, huge amount of money. And the answer is, fuck you. No fucking way. And I only mention that because this is an insidious, it's the insidious movement of them to take over absolutely everything, you know. So those of us who do have any power, and I do have a little bit, in terms of the control of the publishing of my songs, I do anyway. So I will not be a party to this bullshit, Zuckerberg.
Yeah, man.
Not fucking around.
Yeah, I mean,
no, sir.
I would have paid top dollar to see the look on Zuckerberg's face, but that dude doesn't have any other facial expressions because he's a fucking android of a soulless fucking human being who, again, like, oh, we're going to rate this girl a 4. Let's go 5. Yeah, fuck you, dude.
Waters had time. He had time, opportunity, and space today. Today was a good day for him to clap back.
I mean, what in the world could he possibly say to respond to that?
You know what
I
that
wouldn't
is?
leave my man.
It's the same thing when you see the people in the red or the fucking Trumpers saying they won't listen to Rage Against the Machine because they just figured it out, or they're using that song For their
I
own
love
purpose.
it when conservatives rock rage against me. Fuck you, I won't do what you tell. Bitch,
Like what?
no, them Bama's is socialists. They might be rich. They might be rich socialists.
But
But they
socialist
left his shit,
nonetheless.
bro. Like
Yeah.
Tom Morello, he ain't fucking with you.
And he's
Shit,
way
when they-
smarter than you.
What's,
He went to Harvard.
what's the dude who used to be Speaker of the House? Fucking Paul. Fucking what's his fucking Eddie
Paul
Munster
Ra-
looking ass
Paul Ra-
motherfucker.
Paul
Paul
Ryan.
Rand.
Yeah, he
Paul
was
Ryan.
like, "Yo, this is my workout music." Oh, and Tom Morello tweeted out and was like, "Yeah, you can stop that now. Like, no,
Stop using our shit.
please don't." Shout out to Angie in the chat room. Love you, Ben. Like, but yeah. So
Thank
that
you.
Was,
Thank you for my birthday wishes.
that was yeah, that shit right there made my fucking day. Cause yeah, dude, like Facebook and Instagram, you know, they're double-edged swords. They're double-edged swords. Like I remember loving the fact that with Facebook, I could connect with people who I loved that had moved away, especially once I like got married and became a dad. It could like still share these memories with my friends in
Right.
other countries and stuff in like almost real time or whatever. And then something happened and I was like, oh shit. Everyone I know, half the people I know from high school are like psychos and fucking conservatives and shit now. Like believing in fucking people eating baby marrow and shit. Like fucking escalated quickly. You know what I mean? Like, dude, so Facebook in 2008, just from
great.
Facebook in 2008 to Facebook in 2018, night and day. Night and day. We went from continuously posting drunk selfies of ourselves and that
For
type
real.
of shit to just like waging philosophical and ethical warfare on each other. Like,
Well,
you know,
back in 2008, like, I don't feel like Facebook was so instantaneous. Like you had, like, especially with pictures, like you had to like download them into like an album, and then you'd like, you know. So I don't, you know, it was like you weren't instantaneously like responding to people. You would have to, you know, do you know what I'm saying?
dude, remember
So-
getting poked?
Yes,
Oh, I
you
used to
got
fucking
poked,
hate that shit.
and like it was just weird. It was, I mean, it's funny that it doesnesn't seem that long ago, but really, like, you know, things were so different in, you know,
So old
Goodness.
Facebook,
10, 15 years ago. Facebook.
I used to have to put messages up like once a week or every other week, be like, stop sending me fucking game invites. I'm not gonna fucking play
Yes.
a goddamn
Dude,
game.
I want to play
All
Candy
those.
Crush
What was
with
that
you.
farm game?
Well,
What was
it
that
was a
farm
farm
game?
game.
What was the
Wait, I used to play that farm game. What was it?
Farmland?
What was it, Bob?
Yeah, I think
Bambi,
so. I
what
think
was it?
Farmland.
I think it's farmland.
Farmland. I used to get that
Farmland. I don't want to play Candy Crush. I don't want to play Fruit Ninja.
I'm not out here crushing no candies.
Like y'all just need to leave me alone. I don't want to take your goddamn BuzzFeed fucking quiz. The thing about the BuzzFeed thing,
Farmville.
Farmville, yes.
I was
Farmville.
I was always wary of the BuzzFeed polls, and then it came out that like, oh yeah, they're totally selling that information to whoever, and I was like, I fucking knew it.
You had a
Fucking
man
knew
on the
it.
inside.
Like, you know, I had a man on the inside, but he didn't even know. Like he was on a whole different. He was on a politics.
It's a
end
whole
of it.
different inside.
He was on the politics end of it. This is just the
Yeah.
general
Oh,
entertainment.
my little
shit.
brother is Hakeem is here.
What's
What's
up,
up,
Hakeem?
Hakeem
Yo,
and
it's a family
Sophie.
affair.
It is a family affair. Happy Father's Day.
I love it. Yeah, shout out to everybody in the chat room. We love y'all. We really appreciate y'all being here. Please like and share. Tell your friends. Tell your enemies.
Get that. That is a triggering image. I feel slightly triggered.
Slightly.
Dude,
Drive me to drink some more. I don't need to be drinking
now it's
anymore.
Bitcoin scams. You're right, Angie. It totally is.
Now it's Bitcoin.
Everybody
everything.
wants you to buy Bitcoin.
Yeah.
This shit. So yeah, dude, Roger Waters crushes Zuckerberg. He had to probably go back into his cryogenic, make me look like a human chamber for a couple days and simulate crying, because that's what humans do when they've been completely dragged and they see a video. I was like, seriously, I would have loved to have been sitting next to him watching that video.
That would have been amazing. Amazing.
Because one of his little underlings was like, "Here you go, sir," on the little tablet, backed out the room, geisha style.
All scared and shit.
Sealed the door behind him. Just let this man fucking go nuts.
Hey, could we cue up that soundbite one more to like just the tail end of that? Because it was poetry. It's like the poet laureate.
Oh, please.
Holding.
This is the man who wrote All We
to
Are.
take over
Another Brick in the Wall.
absolutely everything, you know. So those of us who do have any power, and I do have a little bit, in terms of the control of the publishing of my songs, I do anyway. So I will not be a party to this bullshit, Zuckerberg.
Called you out by your motherfucking name, bro.
He got all the letters right too. Like he
and while Zuckerberg might have more money than Roger Waters got juice, bro. And
Roger
years and
Waters
years
has
of
less fucks.
Oh,
He's
none.
got way less fucks to get. We have all the money in the world.
So real quick, I was talking about this before the show. I'll repeat it again for the viewing public. I don't know if you were part of it, but I saw Roger Waters. Well, shout out to Local 22. We put that show together. He came through Cap One Arena back in 2018, I think, summer 2018, and I got to build that show. And my friend bought tickets for me and some other friends, and so I built the show. Went home and showered, met up with them to watch the show, and we got upgraded from the 400s down to the floor, which was super dope. My man put on like just the most amazing fucking show, and it was 2 nights. And the second night, when he got off stage, this dude walked through and he shook every fucking stagehand's hand that he could between the stage and the dressing room. And they don't come much classier than that, dude. Hans Zimmer, that's another motherfucker that's like, thank you, like just real man of the people, salt of the earth type shit. So shout out to Roger Waters. Go fuck yourself, Mark Zuckerberg.
Get
Your
fucked.
shit's going. In the words of Robert Plant, your time is gonna come. So
He's gonna pull the plug at any second. At any second, it's about to go dark.
That's
right.
We still got YouTube and Twitch. We're
He don't own Twitch. He don't own Twitch, as far as I know.
Yeah,
Does he?
I was gonna say, Google it.
Marcus, make that shit. What does Zuckerberg own?
I will.
Right.
But while I'm doing that, let's do some safe words.
Oh fuck, we didn't even.
Birthday. Mine's birthday.
Lancaster.
Oh shit. You know
Because
what?
Boo's already checked me.
Oh yeah, fine. It's cool. What is mine? Marcus? You go. I'm gonna go last.
Bukkake.
Wow.
Ew.
Shit.
Well,
God
that's
damn it.
triggering again. We'll skate past that for now.
Oh my god.
Oh, I chose that because of here, I'll show you why I chose it.
Is it safe to show us where you
Oh yeah.
Don't do it. Stop it.
Oh.
So my safe word is bukkake.
Listen, Linda.
Get his ass together, Bambi. Bring his ass. all
So
the way.
as soon as so one of those people in the picture is Ricky, who's my manager. The other one is Anthony, the one who was like commenting like a few weeks back on the show.
All I was gonna say is that if the dude that made your schedule was the one that
Listen,
Bukkake,
Yeah,
no,
Bruce
no,
is
no, no,
looking
no,
for
no,
D.
no, no, no,
Who's
no.
trying to buy a D?
He's
better
no,
not be
he's
gay.
he's
Better not
never
be gay
around.
to do that
He's
to
never
you.
around. He like doesn't come around. He doesn't do shit. Anyway, so Ricky was like, as soon as he sent me the picture, I was like, oh, and he goes, yeah, that might be like taken badly by many, many people.
Val said that shit ran down the crack of her ass.
It did. It was like everywhere. It went down my shirt. Like,
What up, Lauren Gay?
Oh, Boogie. Hey, Lauren.
Yeah, baby girl. What's up? Shit. Oh, I love this. Chat room's hot tonight.
Family reunion style.
So hot. Good Lord. But yeah, as long as D wasn't one of the people that Bukkake'd you. I'm like,
nah, he didn't. He
Yeah,
didn't.
that was not. That
He
wouldn't
didn't.
be.
He wasn't even around. Like, he doesn't come around. That's what's so frustrating. Is like he isn't even like.
You're just a name on a list.
Yeah, he's not like really involved in like the day to days, and
I
it
hate
just it
managers like
sucks,
that.
you know. Like,
Yeah,
Worse.
because he's
Yeah.
not one.
I hate managers like
He's
that.
just there because somebody else who is a manager doesn't want to do the fucking job.
No. That's not
Bullshit.
why. That's not why. No. That's not
Rash-
why. It's like a weird dynamic over there.
Now, when's
Like,
your next shift?
I don't know. Probably next Thursday. Yeah.
Next
what-
Thursday, everybody show up at Tony and Joe's. We're fucking protesting.
No, that's not where I work.
Nick's.
I work at Nick's.
He's like, so what? Show up at Tony and Joe's anyway. Like,
Meet at Tony and Joe's, and then we're gonna march to Nick's.
the
whole
first
50
round of drinks
feet.
at Tony and Joe's, and we're gonna get shit
We have
faced and
drinks.
then
We're gonna
fuck some
pregame at
stuff
Tony
up.
and Joe's. We're marching to Nick's. We're having a rally in the Valley for Valley. I said Valley twice.
Oh, good.
I'm gonna just go ahead and take my penalty shot right now.
Yeah, I like where you going.
Pinkies up, motherfuckers.
But you don't be
Pinkies
messing with my. Nobody puts
Oh,
baby in.
that's my
Nobody
husband
puts baby in
says.
a
My
corner.
husband says that. When in doubt, pinkies out. Let's pay.
Nobody puts Bambi in a Friday night shift with a Saturday double and a Sunday brunch corner.
I'm gonna lose this bet. I'm about 12 minutes out, and Bambi looks like lively as fuck. That's fine.
We
Oh,
didn't
we can
account for adrenaline.
know.
Yeah.
See,
you
but
guys-
what you all don't account for is the fact that I rally. Like, I might be like going south real quick, and then all of a sudden I'm like, bing,
That's why she
right
drinks the
back
Bud
up.
Light.
yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
I was like, is that a Bud Light? Is she eating a fucking bushel of female crabs over there too? Or- what else is that?
Yo, when are we having our crab? When are we gonna do our first crab feast of the summer? I feel like we
listen.
We need
we're gonna-
to, but Marcus
We need
is
to.
allergic all of a sudden. But like,
Oh.
we can
No,
have crap.
I think it's a sodium level again. I don't think it was actually the crab. I think it was sodium.
I think
but-
it's the Old Bay.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think it is.
hold on. Angie's right. We didn't finish the safe words.
Oh, I know.
Oh.
I was getting to that. Don't worry, I got that.
My safe word is crawdad.
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 Yeah, because I
You
saw.
can say crawdaddy, then you ain't doing it right.
So,
Sorry.
I think sorry, no, so I saw something outside my window, kind of scared me. Fuck.
What is
Crawdad.
it? Are the
Let
ghosts
me
out
be
there,
your
Marcus?
crawdaddy.
So I think we might have a 4th of July. So we're supposed to have a show, but I think we might be having a party all day long.
Let's take a poll in the comments. Should we do a show on the 4th of July, or should we just say fuck it
like-
and just get all
Play
like? I mean, I don't give a
Fuck
fuck
it,
about
bucket. I
celebrate.
mean-
Like Juneteenth is like, if they gave us the holiday, fine. That's my 4th of July now. I'm not doing like, I'll blow some shit up on July 4th. I'm all about that. I'll drive to Pennsylvania and buy some shit and fucking come back.
Can you be careful? My name is Rasheed Shakur Hamid, and you can't say stuff like blow things up.
I'm
and
sorry. I apologize.
Like, they would be
I meant to say,
tapping on my door and shit. Like, I need
first
you to
of all, allegedly.
be okay. All right.
Allegedly.
I want to preface
Okay,
all of this
thank
with
you.
allegedly. I am all about lighting off some fireworks
Thank you.
on
Boo.
July 4th. Sparklers and those little worm things and the little spinners
That makes
and-
me feel better.
and some fountains. All the legal stuff. Nothing that flies in the air or explodes. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
But
I,
you're
on the
right, Rasheed,
other
my bad.
hand, I, on
Trying
the
to
other hand,
Trying to keep you off those no-fly lists. Marcus is white
it's
ass
hard.
definitely going to
Yeah.
bed and get all the exploding things.
I'll buy all the
It's hard,
exploding
bro.
things. All the exploding things.
All the exploding. Dude, so speaking of, I had to regulate on the neighborhood kids at the park up the street from my house. These kids, they couldn't have been more than like, there's 3 of them, ages, I'm going to say 8 to 11, maybe. These cats, these dudes, 20 yards from the playground where there's toddlers playing, where my kids are playing and shit. These dudes are taking mortars, the kind that shoot air and explode, but they're putting them on a picnic table upside down so that when they light them,
Oh,
they
shit, yeah, you were
explode at
telling- yeah.
ground level. Like, I think I might have gone on a rant about this shit last week, but
No, it was
No,
an
you were just telling
just
me.
talking
about
it was just y'all to me. Dude, I
about
I
the
took my
redheaded
kids-
kid. The
I
redheaded.
left my kids. I took my kids home from the park, and then I went back out there and I found them little motherfuckers, and I was like, "Let me tell you something." and then after I yelled at him, I was like, "Look, for real," because one kid had bright red hair. I was like, "I could see you from 2 blocks away, and if I can see you, all these little gentrifying parents that are all happy that this new park, brand new splash feature, water park shit, all it's going to take is 5 seconds of some video footage from them on their phones. And when the cops show up, they're like, what happened? Here, it was him.
No.
And you spending your whole summer in juvie.
Wait, what did he say to you? Remember what you like?
He
You
was
said
like-
to me, it was
'cause
like, you want to die or something like that.
Yeah, this
What?
kid
What'd he
basically
say?
was like, you do anything to me, you gonna die. And I was like, man, I've had a gun shoved in my face so many times. You know what I'm not gonna do is shrink away from a fucking 9-year-old. Like, even if you got the gun, I got held up at the Hess station by Gallaudet by an 11-year-old kid while I was pumping gas. He had the gun in my face.
Okay.
And I was like, son, do you realize that if you pull that trigger, we're both going to die? Like, ever since that day, I don't fear death. I'll catch that bullet in my teeth, dude. Fuck you. I ain't worried about it. So some unarmed kid who, like, he won't even look me in the eye while he's talking all this shit to me. You know, and what's funny is I saw his little ass at the pool at Banneker, and I think his mom or his big sister was a lifeguard there. Did that dude look at his feet every time I fucking walked or swam past him?
Now he checked his feet. I can't.
You know he did. He didn't have. His little homie even came up and apologized to me and my daughter for the shit. He didn't have shit to say. So it takes a village, y'all. Don't be afraid to regulate on these kids, man. They talk a game, but no. Especially if you black. If you black, regulate on these motherfucking kids, dude. They might not listen to white people because, you know, society. But if you black, remember, on my block, dude, back in my day, the neighbors could beat you. If you fucked up, the neighbors could whoop your ass, and they would call your moms. And when moms got home, she'd be like, oh, you did what?
He beat your ass too.
Mr. Johnson had to whoop your ass? And then guess what? You got another ass whooping. So you don't live in this society anymore.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for. Hold on, we go back up.
Are we doing the do?
Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna bring in Wood.
Bring it on.
What's up, Wood?
Once again, it's on.
You know what I mean? What's good?
What's
You know what I'm saying? I'm chilling, son.
Wait, yo, Wood was with me last night when I rang in my birthday.
Where you at, Wood? Where you
No
at?
doubt. I'm sitting on my couch, laid back like a lawn chair, you know?
There you go.
You know what I
Shit. Man, we're excited. This is our first edition of Fuck That Shit. So take it away, Wood. What you got for us, bro?
Fuck that shit. Yo, did you play the intro to Fuck That Shit?
Yeah, Marcus, you're supposed to play the video.
Oh,
I'm
there's a video?
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Boy.
shit. Hold on. Rewind, selector.
And Bambi got you all the way together, too.
Yo, you better not ever forget that intro ever again, dog. That's just bomb.
Yeah. Good call. Good call, man.
Yeah. Get it. What's good, Wood?
Hold on. We've lost you for a second. What happened?
I don't know. We'll pull it back in.
Wood, what's good? We having some audio issues.
What's happening? What you doing? We can't hear you, Wood.
We can't hear you.
Now text him. Tell me he's muted.
Yup. He's muted. First of
Hold
all,
on.
yeah, like we gotta, yeah, that right there. That's the intro.
Yeah, it's kind of like a bag of Cool Ranch.
Can't hear
Marcus-
you.
By the way, Rasheed, Marcus loves it when you eat on air.
Oh, he loves it.
The crunchier it is, the better.
Val
He's got
text.
audio fixation.
I
I'll keep
did.
that in mind.
Wood, we gotta work on. We gotta boost the Wi-Fi. We gotta boost the
Hey,
Wi-Fi.
Wood, fuck that shit.
Fuck
Yeah.
that shit.
Fuck that shit.
All right, here we
We'll be
go.
back.
No. There it is.
Where are you at?
Are you
What's going
are
on?
you on your phone?
Val,
If he
give him a call.
tell him if he's on his phone, tell him to jump off the Wi-Fi and just use the LTE. Just use his cell service signal because
Just give him a call.
Yeah.
Hold, please.
Man, oh my God, I was really looking forward to Wood's segment. For those of you
Hold,
who are
please.
not familiar with Wood, Wood manages Inspector Deck, and he's a general. He's down with Wu-Tang. He was a guest on our show last week. If y'all watch that episode, I guarantee you will.
We
you
hit
will
the
not be
3 We actually
disappointed.
did 3 hours.
We did 3
It
hours.
sounds
with
like
this
you
dude.
said Wu-Tang, which is really dope, but I'm fine with it.
That's me in the bedroom. That's me in the bedroom. I'm
Carry on.
like nine
Okay.
dudes that all got a lot of shit to say. Like,
Marcus, you were saying
I don't even fucking remember.
right.
You two just took me off in another direction. I'm just gonna drink my Mad Dog and call it a day for right now.
shit. But yeah, because I really wanted to get this segment with Wood out the way so we could talk about the next thing on here, which is
I was looking forward to fuck that shit. Like I'd heard
burning
such good
shit.
things.
Yeah. Really was
Wu-Tang. That should
looking
be
forward to getting
that's,
this next segment.
The Wu-Tang Clan.
Val, is he ready or what's he doing?
Ain't
I
nothing
don't
to fuck
know.
with.
I don't know. I texted him and I don't know. He's not
Like,
answering.
yo, to be like, yo, log
All
off
right,
your
he
Wi-Fi.
said he's back in.
We got this.
Is he? Because that's
He
what I said. I'm not even touching it. He's going in and out on himself.
His service is still more reliable than Jamie's. Hey,
Hey yo.
The shade.
what up, Wood? Is there? Can you hear me? Papa, can you hear me? Yo, shout out to
Papa, can
Bradley
you
from
see?
Thailand.
What's up,
Oh,
Tyler?
Bradley
Being
Hayes,
international up in
what's
this
up?
motherfucker? Yeah.
OB Hayes is in the building. Oh, the bestie just checked in all the way from Thailand. That's what's up.
This is actually, I think, the best introduction to fuck that shit ever. Because as soon as Wood's on, it's gonna be on. So, all right. So,
Wood, what's
how about this?
happening?
Let's pause that for a minute. Let's get into this situation that's been evolving. So this story broke.
Oh yeah.
This story broke last Saturday. Some of our friends and associate producers were definitely lobbying for us to talk about it, and I'm glad that we didn't, because at the time, honestly, it was still too fresh. Not all the details had come out. There was still just a lot of shit up in the air. But now we've had some time over this last week, and people have made statements, and motherfuckers have been like, really, bitch? That's all you got to say about shit? And now the shit is fucking real. So for those of you who don't know, last Saturday, a young black woman was dragged down the stairs at Nellie's Sports Bar by a private security firm that they handled under the auspice, she allegedly had snuck in a bottle, but then it came out that was a case of mistaken identity. Be that as, I don't know, that doesn't, whether that makes it better or makes it worse. Nellie's put out a statement that did not really meet the fucking bar, and the community. DC did what DC does when shit pops off on some fucked up shit like that, and they've been out there protesting every fucking chance they got. They have. Nellie's has been shut down all week for a week. I think is today the first day that they're back, or are they still closed through this weekend?
Are they open?
They definitely were not open on Friday.
Yeah, I don't know that they're open yet.
Yeah, so the only redeeming quality is that they have agreed to pay their staff while they are not open. That is literally the only fucking decent thing out of this, as far as I'm concerned. Is
because that statement was thoughts and prayers.
Yeah,
Right.
fuck that.
Yeah, and so
Thoughts and prayers.
Marcus, go ahead and pull up that initial video. Let's
You want me to play the one? Play the one with the news.
Let me put my glasses back on because this shit.
Play the first video, the initial one, not the precursor. Play the
Yo,
The
can
one
y'all
that
hear
everybody
me or
saw
no?
first.
the dragging. Play
Yeah.
the dragging.
Can y'all hear me or no?
Yeah,
Yep, we
I
can hear you
you
now.
would.
Yeah. Yeah, what's up, Will? Yeah, we're gonna watch this real quick. So yeah, man. This right here.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, trigger warning, y'all. Thank you, Angel.
Dragged
That's
by her arm and her
problematic.
Are
hair.
you? Yo, shout out to her peoples. Shout out to her peoples. Not taking no shit. Punch all them motherfuckers right in their faces.
That's crazy.
I'd have powerbombed somebody if I could.
I just see a titty.
Maybe.
But I thought I saw
Marcus, read the room, bro. Read the room. You made me forget my fucking safe word.
What's mine? Oh, mine's birthday.
But I don't know if y'all saw Jack Tripper in there going deep. Like he was there for the Regal
Jack
Beagle
Tripper.
shenanigans.
Jack Tripper. Shout out
I don't
to
know if
the
y'all
Regal
peeped that.
Fuck, man. So yeah, so there have been protests outside on the regular Friday. They came out there. They shut down that whole fucking intersection. If you was trying to drive through 9th and U on Friday evening, you were shit out of luck because they were out there hundreds and hundreds deep. And
it was like that the week before also, like last Sunday. They shut that shit down.
I believe
Saturday
last
and Sunday.
Sunday. I believe last Sunday while we're doing the show, there was actual protests going on.
Right.
Yep.
And Jamie at one point was like shots fired, and I was like, "Oh, they shooting at Nellie?" It's like, "What the fuck?" But that was just him being.
No. There was a shooting down the street. Like
Oh, down
There
the
was a
street.
shooting.
Yo,
Yeah.
what up,
Yeah.
big Jamie? Welcome to the
What's going on,
motherfucking
guys?
party.
How's it going?
Jamie?
Happy Father's Day.
Happy
Yeah,
Father's
son.
Day
Father's
to you.
Day.
How's it
Damn.
going? What y'all up to?
This
Jamie,
is the
Wood,
beard-tastic
Rasheed.
situation happening.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Rasheed, I ain't even playing.
I
I
call
am
it,
not
but I
a
almost
jealous
spoil it.
man.
You know what I mean?
Rasheed, I'm not a jealous man, but every time
That
Jamie
shit
comes
over
on,
there?
I'm like, fuck this nigga.
Yo, that shit over there.
Fuck
Not
this
even
dude
the only one.
and
Not
his
even the only
whole
one.
ass, his whole ass beard.
All the
Oh,
fields.
I mean, it's pretty, bro. Look, when we eating pussy since you was 12, baby, it just comes in full. You know what I mean? Just gotta,
Put my bottle.
Not
just
that you
something
need it.
about
That's
it.
your safe word, motherfucker.
Birthday.
You know what?
Birthday.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I've done some research. I have never used a fucking safe word.
It's true. You've never used it.
No. They're
Not
not
on
for
this
you.
show.
Not one time.
They're not really for you. They're for
Not on
marketing.
this
They're
show.
for the rest of mankind. They're
They're not
Oh,
for
okay. Safe word.
Yo,
Let's
y'all
go,
niggas let me know when you ready for fuck that shit. Cause I got
Oh yeah,
Oh.
we're ready. We're ready.
Whoa,
All right.
Bud, we
Yeah,
are
he's ready,
Fuck that
ready.
shit.
Fire
You
away.
ready for fuck that shit?
Fuck that shit.
We're ready.
Let's go. What's up with fuck that shit?
All right, so Jamie, hold on real quick.
Fuck
This
that shit. My
This
fuck
Woods-
that
Fuck that
shit
shit.
Fuck that
is-
shit.
is Juneteenth. Fuck
Okay, fuck.
that
Give it up.
shit. All right, I'm gonna give you why Juneteenth makes no sense to me. Why the fuck you gonna celebrate 300 years of slavery, rape, and motherfucking murder, enslavement? Like, why would you celebrate that shit? Like, why does that make sense for any of our people to do it? 1865, we ain't got shit now. So why would you celebrate that shit today? And number one, they did it on a Thursday and Friday it was a holiday. They don't give a fuck about that. They was doing Juneteenth to make another holiday to sell shit. Next year, they're gonna be selling couches and motherfucking
Mattresses.
cars
Sorry.
and all that shit on Juneteenth. They don't care about Juneteenth. Because if they did, they'd have made it like Obama would have been at the National Mall making a speech, and it would have been big. They don't care. So they got my people dancing the jig like, oh yeah, Juneteenth. Like Juneteenth ain't shit. Like,
Yo, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when somebody sends you a Juneteenth Hallmark card?
I'm gonna throw it out, son.
Again, like I said, it better be
a
from
mahogany card.
I was going.
It better be from mahogany.
Dude,
Yeah,
if it's from Mahogany,
I'm gonna throw that shit straight in the trash, my dude, because Juneteenth is the stupidest holiday ever invented. It doesn't make sense.
not only that,
your
would.
Wait. Give it a second.
Let me finish, brother.
Let him
I
finish.
want you to finish. I want you to finish. Right? My segment's next.
Hold on, let him finish, Jamie. Let him
Hold
finish.
on. Yeah.
All right. So your family gets kidnapped, right? Like 30 people in your family get kidnapped, half get raped, murdered, and all that shit, right? And then they finally let them go 20 years later. And you're going to be like, oh, shit, they let them go 20 years to this day, so I'm going to celebrate the shit like it's my birthday? Like, nah, son, you don't do that. Like, it was never supposed to happen. Slavery was never supposed to happen. So the fact that we celebrate these motherfuckers letting us go after 300 years makes zero sense to me. I'm not celebrating that shit. Fuck out of here. I don't celebrate 4th of July either. 1776. Oh my God.
Yo, and not only that, it's celebrating the motherfuckers that didn't get the memo.
Go to
Right?
Like, hey,
There's like 2.5 years later.
Fucking
hey, you forgot to check your inbox. You forgot to check your inbox. You're free now, bro.
And the only reason shit happened was because the Civil War ended in April of that year. 1865, the Civil War ended. All right. So 2 months later, they signed the Emancipation Proclamation, and it was just like, yo, they did that shit because the North beat the South. They wanted us in factories. The South wanted us picking cotton. It wasn't because they gave a fuck.
It was a trade-off.
Because they were like, oh shit, we love
Because economy,
capitalism.
right? Capitalism, exactly.
Never a fuck was gave. Never a fuck was gave.
Also, then it was
They don't
2
care.
years later that they actually then like Juneteenth happened, right? 2.5 years later.
Well,
Hey, yo, by the way, hey, y'all.
1863 is when they signed the original Emancipation Proclamation.
Right.
1865 in June, 2 months after the Civil War, is when that shit kicked in. You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
They didn't give a fuck about us. It was about finance. You know what I'm saying? They did it about
money.
Finance. Civil War wasn't about us being free. It was about us either working in the factory or picking fucking cotton. And
say it again.
People don't realize that shit. You
Say
know
that
what
one more
I'm saying?
time.
So
say that one more time.
That's my fuck that shit. And then I'll get back to some funny shit after that. Sorry.
Hey, yo, ladies and
That's
gentlemen,
funny to me.
Cool.
sisters, brothers,
Look.
cousins, and kin. Give it up for Wood.
I ain't gonna hold you. I like the segment. Don't get me wrong, but here's my point of view. Are full of shit. Okay, we ain't celebrating the fact that we wasn't free. We celebrate the fact that we eventually got free. There's your piece right there. It wasn't necessarily that. Oh, we're not celebrating 300 years of being slaves. We celebrating the fact that we stopped being fucking slaves. Eventually, the story gotta be the fuck over. Number two,
we ain't free now.
Sure.
Wait,
nigga, I'm freer than the fucking was yesterday. When you black, the next day is always better than it was the day before. Nah, wait. I'll let you finish.
If you get pulled over on 95,
nigga, I'll let you finish. Nigga, I'll let you finish. God damn it, I'll let you fucking finish. Here's my next point right here. It's niggas like y'all that fuck up good fucking things. Can I celebrate the fact that a nigga used to not be free, and then now I'm not, they all nigga free? Just a little bit.
No, you've been free your whole life. But go ahead.
3 years. Wait, nigga, let me finish. I've been free here since 1865. These niggas got a little bit free later. Not done yet, though. Next point to it. You've never been locked up for a weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, bro, you should have tuned into last week's show, man.
When you got out, right? Did you celebrate a little bit? When got you some pussy, took you a shower?
What? Huh?
Hold on.
What?
He froze up. No, come on,
I'm right here. I know.
He said, He said,
I'm just saying.
He said, if you ever been locked up for the weekend, did you ever celebrate when you got out by getting some pussy and go take a shower?
Got home, took a shower. Got home, took
because I shouldn't have been locked up to begin with, my nigga. It's like
you
I'm
out your goddamn mind. After I do a weekend, let me tell you right now, I go home, I take a shower, go get me some goddamn pussy. If I can't celebrate a good goddamn thing, what the fuck am I celebrating anything for? I do Christmas, fuck Kwanzaa, because that's some of bullshit. Juneteenth is a day of just recognizing, hey, look, niggas out. It's fucking over. We ain't got to bitch about it. I don't even see how this is even an argument right now. Like nobody's being like, man, look, y'all niggas out here picking this cotton. Damn,
Bruh.
these niggas ain't picking cotton no more. That's not what the day means. The day literally is like, yo, bro, niggas is out. Niggas is free. Not that free,
Okay.
but free enough.
Okay. Tell me
I'm
how
just
free
saying.
niggas was in
I think the argument, nigga, they was more, look, bruh, they was still
Tell me
fucking
how free
free.
niggas was
That's
in
1865 though.
1865, son.
How much freer are you now?
I'm
Than
freer than
1865.
1865. I ain't gonna celebrate.
How many
that
white women? How many white
shit.
women can you go have sex with? How many white women can you go have sex with and not get
Well,
lit?
that's a valid point.
He does make a point now.
All right,
You can't touch the white women now without getting
I want to hear
without
Rasheed.
consequences.
0 cents, brother. And you know what
It
I'm
makes
saying?
all the sense
I ain't got
because every
Nah,
day
my nigga.
is a
I ain't
better
got
day.
no problem
the
with
next day
you
when
personally,
you were back.
son, but you don't get the point.
What? I'm
don't
getting
get
the
the
point.
point.
I see your point. I'm seeing the point, but I'm saying you're
Nah.
saying fuck that shit. I'm saying you full of shit. I don't see the. It's like them niggas dressed like Shredder and Gallery Place. What they call it, the Black Israelites and shit.
Oh my
Like that's
God,
some shit that sound like that. It's like, oh my God, like what no pyramids? What no pyramids when these niggas was free? So how these niggas free? It's like, bro, why we arguing about this bullshit?
They dress
It's
like
some bullshit.
Shredder.
Like, bro, I could take a moment out my day just to recognize at least one time a goddamn year. You know what I mean? Because remember what they say. Oh, y'all used to be slaves. Y'all need to get over it. But 9/11, never fucking forget. Guess what I got right now? I got a nice little piece of 9/11 where I can tell these fucking crackers, yo, never forget you used to be a piece of shit. And don't be upset that I reminded you either, because nobody told you to be a fucking asshole. And that's you're full of shit.
Okay. All right. I just
I'm
want to
full
jump in
of
here
shit,
real
son.
quick.
I'm full of shit.
And
No, I'm
full
not
of
saying
shit
you full of
you
shit.
don't
I'm
get
just
it.
saying that's my general statement. I'm playing off of your words because I thought that's a genius fucking statement right there. That fuck that
What?
shit. I like that.
And
I like that.
all
I just got a
right,
picture.
so
you think I'm full of shit because you don't get my fucking point with Juneteenth?
No,
I didn't
that's
say
not.
that.
That's
I
not
didn't
what
say
Tim is
that.
saying. No.
That's
we're
not
not
what I'm
taking
saying.
anything personally. We're not taking anything personally on this show.
I was saying I'm envying your segment because fuck that shit is fucking fantastic. I just had to play on words.
So you're full. Okay, I like that. So
He's
real
doing his
quick, man. Shit's hot.
It's
This
all
shit is
good,
hot.
son. And if you don't, I'm sorry. Go ahead, brother.
I just want to take a moment. I'm gonna do this call to action, y'all. Like for real, the fucking chat room is hot. The conversation's hot. I've had to shed some layers. I'm fucking burning up. Take this opportunity to mash the fucking shit out of that like and share button. Facebook and Instagram, the District of Misfits. Twitter at DC Misfits. YouTube, go to our channel, the District of Misfits Show, and subscribe. Watch this show and other shit that's put out by District Dogface Studios. On Twitch, we are District of Misfits. Go to crushingdc.com, buy some of our gear, support us that way. And if you want to be a guest on this show or create your own podcast, we can help you with that. Reach out to us at the District of Misfits Show at gmail.com. And I'm going to fucking chug this drink because that segment was
soon.
coming soon.
Ranch lube.
Shit. My damn.
Hashtag ranch lube.
Our only fans page.
All right, so
God.
before we keep going, Rasheed, do you have a word that you want to say?
I just want to throw a word in really quick, and I want to preface it with, I'm the guest, and I was quiet as shit, and I have a lot of emotions, but I'm going to keep this really quick, and all I ask for is 15 seconds. And I just think that it's really interesting, and I don't give a fuck what people believe one way or another, because when I walk away from this, my beliefs won't be shook, and I hope yours aren't either. But I think it's really interesting that 6 times in history that we have recorded, reparations have been given. And we're asking
what the fuck is that noise? Whoever's making that noise, stop that shit.
That noise?
And we're asking for a holiday. We're asking for a holiday to celebrate the day that slavery was supposedly ended. But people don't celebrate the day that Hitler was killed. You don't see people barbecuing on the day that the fucking Holocaust came to an end. Eating hot dogs, drinking pink lemonade and shit. Like, that's not a thing, right? Y'all not out here grilling burgers and flipping shit when 9/11 roll around, are you? You're not celebrating the fact that 9/11 ended on 9/12. Are y'all eating hot dogs on 9/12? Nah. So what I'm saying is take your holiday and turn it into a paycheck, turn it into education reform, turn it into motherfucking decriminalizing police, turn it into my 40 acres and a mule, or turn around and kiss my motherfucking ass. Take this holiday and wrap that shit up and kick rocks. Like, that's my opinion. Do with it what you please. But Juneteenth is a joke. You did it while the G8 summit is going on. Bombs over Baghdad, Israel, all types of shit happening. They're like, guess what, nigga? We giving you a holiday. Shut the fuck up. It's Saturday. Go party.
But you can't discuss critical race theory in school.
Right.
Right.
You can't. And no reparations. And we can't talk about voter suppression.
I am 1,000% with son because
we can't.
They don't do that, son. They don't celebrate.
Don't do that. Why am I celebrating?
They
Celebrating
don't
what?
celebrate Hiroshima getting bombed. They don't
celebrate that day.
Yeah. They don't celebrate that shit.
So Wood, you and I were having this conversation with Dr. Mike the other night.
Yeah.
And and there was like a kind of a disconnect, I guess. Like, you were saying like you don't celebrate that. Mike was saying, and I'm just saying, I'm just trying to get people's perspective. So you're saying you don't celebrate that, right? Obviously, you don't celebrate let's talk Hiroshima. But what Dr. Mike was saying is that in Japan, they don't celebrate it, but they recognize it, right? So like similar to Memorial Day. Like now, granted, Memorial Day has become this weird people go.
It's almost the 4th of July, like
it's
prequel.
Fucked up, right? So, but like technically, like you're supposed to be memorializing. It's a day of remembrance. You remember and you acknowledge like the fallen, right? And so for apparently now I don't know because I'm not from Japan. I don't know people in Japan, truth be told. But my understanding from Dr. Mike is that he was saying that in Japan it is a day of remembrance, like when the bombing of Hiroshima. It's a day of remembrance. It's not a holiday, but they recognize it and it's a day of remembrance. So I don't know, but
So here's what was recognized.
I'm down with Juneteenth being something of that caliber where it's like we're marking this time, but like, yeah, what I don't want, right? What I don't want is for a motherfucker to send me a happy Juneteenth card because I will fucking I made a joke. I made a joke in the chat earlier. I was like, I'll burn a cross in a motherfucker's yard. Just like, what the fuck is this? Like, like,
100, son. I understand that, and that's what I'm saying. Juneteenth doesn't make sense, and it wasn't for us. They bounced past it to us. It's like, yo, how many people in the House in the Senate?
They bounced past it while they were talking shit too.
It's 72 hours old. What the fuck are we expecting? Congressional hearing?
Yeah.
How many people? Look, bro. Look. It's the last.
No, here's what I expect.
Listen. Because I know I'm the only person on my side. And don't get me wrong. I would like this to be a day of remembrance, not a bunch of day where a bunch of us niggas go on the fucking lawn and light on fireworks. That's what I'm saying. I'm not even asking for a motherfucking check, but I will take some. Hey, guess what? At some point in time, you were a fucking asshole. You got a day every year to fucking remember it. I'm not asking for the fucking world. I'm not asking for the 40 acres and the mule, but I want some recognition on the fact that this shit fucking happened. I'm not celebrating that it happened. I'm celebrating that it ended.
If there was recognition and they really cared about Juneteenth, my brother, they'd have put that shit on the National Mall. They'd have brought Obama out.
72 hours.
I don't want that. I don't want that. West Germany,
hold on.
72 hours of signing some paperwork. 72 hours of signing some fucking paperwork, and all of a sudden, hey guys, listen. I know it's tomorrow. Let's get some fireworks out here real quick. Let's get Obama real fast. I know him and Michelle fucking real quick. Let's get out here real quick.
They did it on the Friday.
What Jamie's saying is we got 364 days.
No, Simpson makes a valid point.
Until the next one. Give it a second. I mean, you got 72 hours. It's like, oh shit, we can't expect the world to be like, oh shit, that fast. Wall Street took 10 years to celebrate MLK.
They should have took a year to make Juneteenth
was signed into a national holiday on Juneteenth.
It took Mother's Day. It took Mother's Day 6 months from West Virginia to become a national holiday. It took 67 years to make Father's Day a national fucking holiday. All I'm saying is sometimes shit takes time.
Do you think it was an accident that Juneteenth was signed into a national holiday on Juneteenth? Because I don't give a fuck about a day on a calendar in a country that I built. What I'm saying is that West Germany cut the check for $7 million for the state of Israel in 2014. Apartheid, they got their check. Tuskegee Airmen, they got their check. They not celebrating a holiday because they got bread. They got legacy. They got fucking reparations. So cut the check. Give me my land. Give me a boat. Give me my way back. Because what y'all want is another day to stunt and wear Jordans and celebrate and shoot off fireworks. And I think that's just ridiculous.
First of all, I just want to take a moment. I want to pause this. I want to pause this real quick. I just want to take a moment to appreciate this whole conversation, because all of y'all are all intelligent brothers. Y'all have all seen and done shit. Absolutely. Y'all all have very unique. All three of you have very unique experiences and
perspectives
and shit. And they're all black. They're all black as a motherfucker. They bliggity black. All three of y'all is bliggity black. So I take this discourse. This is healthy. These are conversations that they're not happening.
And we don't have to.
I don't even take it as discourse. Like,
discourse isn't bad. Discourse just means a discussion. Discourse just means
conversation,
debate. You know what I'm saying? Like, and there's no final answer. There's you know what I mean? There's no right, there's no wrong. But like, I just wanted to just share my general appreciation. What I thought was going to be Wood's 15-second like thing mushroomed into a much deeper.
Fuck that shit. And I'm right. Everybody else is wrong. I'm just fucking with you.
I was gonna say more nuanced, but apparently not.
Word. And agreed with Carl. Like the conversations need to happen, right?
Yeah,
and like
conversations need to happen.
I think
they need to happen every year, every fucking year.
It's an important conversation to be had, and Simpson has the right to feel the way that he feels, and he has the right to celebrate the way that he wants to celebrate.
Respect anybody's views on what they feel. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It's like you can say how you feel. I'm gonna say how I feel. I ain't gonna bend on what the fuck I'm talking about. You know, but don't personalize that full of shit. That's Jamie. That's just the name of Jamie's segment. It's not about you. That's not a direct attack.
It's just a play off.
Jamie was inspired by your shit, and
fuck that shit.
He created his own segment, but that wasn't a personal attack.
It would.
Ain't nothing here for me personal right now. I'm just
right
with y'all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
I'm saying Jamie's the fanboy of the group of yours. So.
This might be the most substantive conversation that we've had. So for real, like through all of last summer, with all the shit that was going on, we talked about a lot of shit. This is one of the most substantive and like panels of people. Like, I mean, just if we could have had the three of y'all on this show this time last year, shit was popping off, like holy fucking shit, because each and every one of y'all got something to say that's legit, that needs to be fucking heard. So,
but you know, the ill shit,
appreciation. What's the ill shit?
If it wasn't for Juneteenth, I would still be talking about cicadas, because get on my fucking nerves, son. And now they fucking and now my life is
niggas
so
and
much
flies.
better. Open my patio door.
Yo, bro.
Fuck cicadas.
Speaking of cicadas, I get a chance to tell y'all this shit last week, yo, and not to like switch off from Juneteenth, or if we gotta switch off, it's fine.
We keeping it moving.
These dumb motherfuckers, right? So I hit one the size of a goddamn bird the other day. My son was on my damn patio. Right? He's like hanging off the rail, and the fucker hit him in the face. I thought he was gonna jump. Like he was like,
I mean, I told y'all I stole myself in the face because one landed on my nose. Like,
man, look, 17 years ago, I slam punched the fuck out myself. Like,
nigga had a
like not even like
on my
open
calf
hand, but
muscles,
like full on in the side of my head, hurt myself with these damn things. And the thing is, we got them in Philly and shit. The evil bastards all the goddamn time. It's like,
you know, the ones in Philly, they be carjacking families and shit.
They be carjacking niggas and shit. It's fucking crazy. I mean, the only thing about DC that ever shocked me was the black squirrels. I was like, God damn.
Yeah,
they leave black squirrels alone, bro.
They leave them black squirrels alone.
So all right, I'm gonna lighten the mood a little bit. Now, this video, this is a TikTok. I saw this. It wasn't a TikTok, but I saw it was like, I guess, a YouTube or a meme or whatever. But it's happened in DC. A kid running away from the cops, but he added a little twist to it this time.
Oh shit!
Oh, I seen this shit, bro.
I know this shit.
This is old school.
I've been watching this like 2 years.
That's right up the street from me, dude. That's Rhode Island Avenue, baby.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's my little brother neighborhood.
That's
Yeah.
Brentwood, baby. That's Brentwood representing.
That's Brentwood all
You
day.
ain't catching that, kid.
Actually, that's the old Brentwood.
That's
Yo, and
Saratoga
that-
Ave.
If they
That
add
video,
the old
that video's
Yeah.
like a few years old, man. That's old. That's Brentwood representing.
Because Brentwood
If
now
they
has
added-
got that.
if they added sorry Marquise, but the princesses in the other castle, I'd have pissed myself. Like,
Fuck. So all right, yeah. So I before we move on, I want to go back this Nellie's situation because I want to just kind of get, especially everybody watching, I would love in the comments to tell me what you think. So they've been closed for a week. You know, the protests. They fired the security company. We were talking about this before the show. You know, a lot of their problems could have been solved if their security people had just gone and gotten if they felt like they needed to actually get this woman out of the establishment, had they gone and gotten a police officer, and let's say allegedly the cops were the ones dragging her down the stairs, people would be protesting outside of 3D and not outside of Nellie's. Am I right?
Right.
Correct. Absolutely.
Right. Okay. So that being said, and shit has happened the way that it is, they've been closed for a week. They might be closed a little bit longer. I want to go around the room here, but then I would like to hear in the comments, what do y'all think should happen with Nellie's? Do you think that do you think this should be it for them? Or do you what do y'all think? Rasheed, you're our guest. What do you think should happen with Nellie's?
I don't know. That's a tough one. The question isn't what should happen to the security guard or the security agency that Nellie's hired. The question that you're asking me is what should happen to Nellie's. And I don't know that I can answer that question, right? Because as a 25-year restaurant vet, if I serve a bad steak or if the valet loses your fucking keys, right? That's a better scenario. The valet fucks up your car. That doesn't have anything to do with my restaurant, my chef, my hostess, my food, my service. The valet should be held accountable and held accountable in a separate standard from my entity, right? So if Nellie's management was recorded giving the okay to say, drag that bitch down the steps, like that would be another story. But I think the question should really be geared to what should happen to this young man? What should happen to the security agency? Because this is clearly an injustice done to us by people who look like us, and it happens, right? Like,
right. That wasn't
the
all.
first time
Yeah,
that it's happened. But what should happen? I think that he should be tried under the system that we're all forced to be tried and held accountable under. She should have her day in court. Like that's the legal justice system that we live under. She should have her true day in court and her say, and he should have a chance to defend himself and be heard in front of a jury of his peers. But at the end of the day, if you were asking me what I thought about his actions, I'd say this guy is a piece of shit. You know, I got sisters, I got a mother. He dragged a fucking girl down woman, violent, fighting. I don't give a fuck what she was doing. He jumped bodies with her. Like he pulled her hard enough.
He could have killed her.
Jump bodies.
He could have killed her. That initial video of when they grabbed her and yanked her down those stairs, she cleared 2 bodies before her body made contact with the steps. And by her hair, he could have.
I'm a Moses ass nigga. I'm from the day of old, and I'm from the days of Moses. I believe in an eye for an eye. I think they should beat the brakes off of that nigga. I think that he should. I just don't believe that his job gives him the right. If she wasn't a physical threat to him, his body, or the establishment, and he's been trained and he is capable of removing her in another way, and that's the only way he chose. Like,
I agree with you 100%.
We didn't see him try any other way to remove her. we
you
saw
don't
him
do
go
a lady
to
like
immediate
that. You don't
excessive
do a girl
force.
like that, son. It's like,
You don't do
what
shit
kind of
like
man are you that you just gonna just drag a lady like that? You know what I'm saying? You could, like, if she's out of pocket, then just tell her she's out of pocket and just be like, yo, chill. You know what I'm saying?
Also, though, as the only gay guy in the room, let me just say this. You don't grab a person like that. Like, that was a woman, yeah, but if those was two dudes scrapping and they was squaring off and they were fighting, you can still remove a dude without threatening his fucking life, without throwing him down stairs. Like that. Her being a woman, yeah, I understand that we all have delicate, feelings and situations around the fact that she's a woman, and I respect that. But at the end of the day, if it was my little brother, if it was my cousin and them, and he dragged his ass down the steps, beat the brakes off of that nigga's ass. That's my personal opinion. My understanding is try his ass in court.
I agree with you 100%, but it's DC. It ain't happening. Now, I live in Arlington where it could happen.
Mute his ass. Mute his ass. Somebody said.
Nah, I'm just saying, like in Arlington, my nigga.
If that was Clarendon Ballroom,
you could sue the police over here. You can't do that in DC.
I mean, you could try. You're just not gonna have a whole lot of success.
I told y'all a story last week where I was walking down the street. These two girls were fighting, and I broke the fight up. Police pulled up and started yelling at me. And they was like, "Sir, if you don't get out of here, we're gonna lock you up." And I was like, "Word." And I went behind the police car. I took a picture of his tags and his car number, and I called the cops on that nigga. And they pulled him off the street. And his sergeant called me the next day and made him apologize to me. That shit ain't happening in DC.
I was like, you a black leprechaun, Wood. That don't make that. That's some crazy shit. I ain't never heard of that before in my life.
I ain't gonna hold you. My Philadelphia makes sure that I don't get into nobody's business. Like, your leg could be on fire on the metro. I'll just switch cars. Like,
Philly's a whole
I know how shit goes or whatever. Like, yo, I saw a dude break up. A dude was smacking his girl around, and like, he stopped him from smacking her, and the bitch jumped on his back. Like, just, you know what I mean? I have a tendency to
I saw some shit like that happen on a Saturday night in Adams Morgan. So I don't know if that's a city thing. That's just about people. Like, I watched homie roughing his girl up.
Me too.
Other dude came over, tried to break it up. Homegirl jumped off of a parked car onto the back of the dude that was beating on the man that was beating on her.
She went a big elbow from the top rope.
She tried to Macho Man Savage this dude. It was fucked up. It was fucked up. Right out in front of Pizza Mart.
That part, Simpson.
Right out. No, it was in front of Julia's Empanadas. There you go.
Right by
Where were we? Which Julia's are we talking about?
Adams Morgan, across from Adams Morgan. Yeah,
that's where all the cops hang out. Right at that corner.
It smells like vomit and cut grass.
I saw a rat.
Did you say what? Vomit and cut grass?
Yes.
I saw a rat grab a pigeon eating a jumbo slice in front of that place one time.
Yo, and put him in a sharpshooter, right?
And like pull his ass down into the fucking like grate, like Pennywise and shit.
Oh, dude.
Like, don't get me wrong. Do you know how hungry you gotta be? You know how hungry you gotta be at 3 o'clock in the morning.
You got all that
Adams
food
Morgan.
and all the
You got this long ass. Wait, bitch. I'm just. You got this big ass damn jumbo slice. You about to fuck this joint up. You about to burn everything in your mouth on this jumbo slice. And you look over, and here go this pigeon minding his business, eating somebody crust. And then all of a sudden, Pennywise Rat, Master Splinter, come through and karate size his ass.
Wait, stop. What time of day did you say this was?
This is like 4 o'clock in the morning, probably.
First of all, that pigeon had no business out during those hours. Those are not pigeon hours. Those are not pigeon hours. Pigeon, the sun ain't up. What the fuck you doing out here?
So what do I?
I'm just saying. He snapped my motherfucker, and I had to get rid of my jumbo slice. Like that's how fucked up I was.
Marcus,
Jamie, that was a perfect segue for what I wanted to play next off TikTok.
Oh,
But I'm having the weirdest flashbacks to the time I made out with this chick when I worked at Crowbar, and she told me she was a clown for Ringling Brothers.
You know what, Marcus?
Way to go, Marcus. Way to go.
Well, we lost our guests. We lost Jamie.
Wood and Rasheed. Yo, if Wood doesn't make it back on, here for whatever reason, shout out to him. Thank you for being on here.
We'll see you next week. We'll see you at the next show.
That shit brought to you by Wood. I did not expect this segment to fucking blow up the way that it fucking has.
Right.
I think that let's take this opportunity now. We got Rasheed. You've been here for a minute. Let's talk about you. Let's talk about what you're doing. Marcus and Val, set this shit up. My geriatric dog is fucking swearing at me because he just peed 10 minutes ago, but he's got to pee again. So I'll be right back.
All right. Did I break everybody? I broke everybody.
You
all right.
Everyone.
So this is an old friend of mine. We go back to the 8th Street days.
8th Street.
8th Street.
Boo, we can't hear you.
That's what's up. All right. So, yeah, we go back a long time ago. I actually thought I had a sticky rice thing up, but we used to hang out on sticky rice. We used to get shit in back in the day. And I seen this guy over the years just like grow spiritually, mentally, professionally. And like it's been great to see his growth. And he is an entrepreneur. He's getting ready to release his second book.
An author.
Yeah, I figured that was obvious with the second book. But yes, I'm very proud to have you on. I've been trying to get you on for about 3 years now, so I'm glad you finally came on.
It's been a year. It's been a year. Everybody calm down. Seriously.
Stop exaggerating, Marcus.
Everybody just relax. 8th Street, Hakeem. Thank you, Marcus.
Yeah, man. The floor's.
I told you though, from day one, when you first asked me, I told you, of course, I would love to be here. So thank you for having me. Yeah, I don't know what you want me to talk about. I'm gonna follow your lead. Like I'm an open book.
Well, let's start with this. Give the restaurant industry background. Like when I met you, you were at BLT, right?
Yeah. So 25 years, born and raised in DC. 25 years in the restaurant industry and mostly fine dining and hotels. So when you and I connected, I was at BLT, but I was living by the fire station on Florida Avenue, right behind, on the other side of like Rock and Roll Hotel, like 2 blocks.
Yeah. That's where I was getting my test done for the COVID.
Yeah. But, in addition to that, I did Four Seasons. I did the St. Regis. I did the Jefferson Hotel. And then I kind of bounced around. The restaurant industry took me from DC to Atlanta, Chicago, New York, Anguilla. But I got out. I got out in 2018. It was literally year number 25. How old are you, Marcus?
42.
So we're the same age. I would not ask Bambi how old she is, but happy birthday. So Marcus and I are age. In my late 30s, I knew that, how some people know that they're going to do this shit forever?
Yeah.
I knew that I didn't want to open a restaurant. I didn't want to invest in one. I didn't want to open one, and I didn't want to be a 60-year-old maitre d'. Like, it just wasn't my interest. I saw that future. I hired that guy, and I didn't want to become that guy. Not that there's anything wrong with that guy. It just wasn't what I wanted for me. And in true Rasheed fashion, I changed the game and I fucked shit up with no plan. I had no fucking plan. I was
I remember that.
You remember that?
I was like, because I met you right after I closed my restaurant down in Ocean City. So like we were kind of
You were commuting back and forth.
And we're kind of in like the same ball game because I knew my time was coming because I didn't want to be a 56-year-old cook anymore. And I just owned a restaurant. I didn't want to own one anymore. I was over all that shit. So continue. And you had no plan. Like I asked you what you were going to do, and you were like, "I am not a fucking clue."
As fate would have it, as life has it, tragedy struck. My dad, my brother, and myself. We lost my mom very unexpectedly, but prior to that grief, I left the restaurant industry. I quit with no plan, and I moved down to the Caribbean, which was,
I was highly jealous.
Très chic at the time, right? Like it was very, and shout out to my homegirl, Niecy Nash, who recommended that I go to Anguilla. And at the time that she recommended Anguilla, I thought she was saying Angola. I was like, I'm not moving to fucking Africa.
Anguilla.
Anguilla. Nigga, Anguilla. It's in the Caribbean. I had never heard of it. But after about a day and a half of research, I fell in love with it. It's an island about the size of Manhattan with 14,000 inhabitants. And
wait, what country is it a part of? Or is
it is a British West Indies island?
All right.
So it's under the Queen's regime. And you know, I'd been stricken with the stress. Hey sis.
2 L's.
Chinese. I've been stricken with the stress of the restaurant world. How freely can I talk here? Can I?
As free as you want.
It's me, my man.
Rasheed, the premise of this show is pretend like you hanging out. You just kicked out your last customer. You locked the doors.
Got it.
Rasheed, pretend it's sticky rice. It's percentage you and I sticky rice back in the day.
Tuesday night, kids eat free. So
we're gonna drink it on a Tuesday night.
There we go. You know, I didn't get, as a GM, Boo mentioned earlier that he had often been AGM. And I served that same role several times. I was AGM this place. And then, but I would go back and forth. I would be AGM in Atlanta, then GM in Chicago, and then AGM in New York at this place, but then GM at this other place, and then go back to AGM. So I toggled back and forth with those two positions. And it eventually became a point where I didn't give a fuck. Like I knew the titles were bullshit. All I really cared about was the money, because at the end of the day, I was privileged and fortunate enough to be a gay Black Muslim born and raised in DC with two parents. And my parents had instilled in me to make sure that I would be able to take care of myself. So I didn't give a fuck if you called me the AGM or if you called me the dishwasher. Does it pay 90 plus? Like, that's all I cared about at that time. So you can call me whatever you want. How soon do I get to the 6-figure situation, right? And it was later, much later in life, that I was introduced to the drug scene in the restaurant industry. And I had a podcast a couple of years ago when I was leaving the restaurant industry, because I thought it was really important to talk about the addiction and the depression and the pressure that comes with the industry that we work in. And as much as I love you, Marcus, you know I love you. I'm looking at Boo. I'm looking at Bambi. I'm looking at myself, because we are Black and brown people in an industry in this country that wasn't built for us to thrive in. And I didn't know Asian women who were bar managers. I didn't know Asian women who were GMs. I didn't know other Black bald-headed men with beards who ran fine dining establishments on the front end. You know, me and Boo might have been line cooks. Based on our physical appearance, we look like line cook niggas.
Everybody and their mom wanted me to work their fucking door for years and years.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Shout out to Bill Spieler for putting me behind the bar. You know what I mean? Before that was the role that I got typecast to. You know, 6'3", 250 and some change. Like the first thing they want to do is make you check IDs.
Put you in their box. That's right.
You know, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, you can talk. Oh, you can pour a drink. Oh, you can actually deal with people. Oh, you can actually manage crisis situations.
Oh, you can diffuse things.
Yo,
you actually can
flaming
manage
chainsaws and kiss boo-boos and
things.
like
Diffuse
that shit,
things.
like,
You can diffuse things. That is a skill that can't be taught. Either you have the personality and the ability to diffuse angry, rich white women, or you don't. That's not something that they teach you in school. Like,
You know what, cuz
Excuse me, I'd like to talk to the manager. Excuse me.
I'm not gonna lie to you. My favorite thing to do all the time is tell these motherfuckers that I am the manager. On Tuesday, I'm standing behind the bar. On Tuesday, I'm standing behind the bar, like serving drinks, and this white woman walks up to me, was like, "Are you the bartender?" And I was like, as I have the bottle of Jameson like this.
I'm sorry. You were saying.
I was like, what? And she was like, "Are you the bartender?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she goes, "Are you sure?" And I was like, get out. Get the fuck out. Let's get the fuck out. I'm not doing
Are you sure?
That's the best part. Are
you
you sure?
I mean, mine is fine dining.
Sure?
Mine is fine dining. The service industry, bless it, is one of the only industries where you can legitimately check dumbass, entitled ass motherfuckers. Like,
yes,
if you're smart though, boo, like, because there's a language that comes with it. And so that brings me to my point. It was very late in the game for me. We're all the same age, roughly, but it was late in the game to me that, and you said I can talk freely, and I will. It was late that I was introduced to cocaine. And cocaine was very normalized and very regularly used in the industry, but it wasn't normal to me and my brother. It wasn't normal to me and my friends because we were black. We were black and we were in DC, and cocaine was always looked at I was born and raised on 8th Street. Like, I'm 3 generations 8th Street on both sides of my family, my mom and my dad. Cocaine was always a white person's drug. And so the higher up the rung I got, you go from bartending and slinging drinks at fucking whatever on 8th Street, and then the next thing you're at Lincoln Restaurant, and you're the GM there, and then the next thing you're at the Jefferson, and you end up changing venues. Like, your party scene changes, the door you go into to get to the party changes, the people that you're sitting around changes,
That's an awesome
you got
point.
change for 100, like, it all changes, right? And so the drugs change, and the hours change, and the liquors change. I stopped drinking Hennessy, and I started looking at my niggas who was drinking Hennessy, and Remy's like, "Y'all, what you mean you don't drink Glenlivet at all? What? So you don't even do a key bump at all, like, ever?"
I'm not
like, ever.
I love everything you're saying, but I come from a totally opposite end of the spectrum. I'm not gonna lie to you, because as far as I'm concerned, there's 2 things that are definite. Cheese is expensive, and everybody loves cocaine. Like,
I think it was a late introduction for me. I really do. I mean, you're right. Cheese is expensive, and cocaine is loved by all.
Well, and first of all, I would like to just take a moment, and I called what is referred to as cocaine in this city. I call it blowcane, because it's just blow. Like, because I mean, the percentage of actual cocaine in it is highly debatable.
That's
on any given day, depending on who you getting it from.
But that's not city specific though, boo. That is nationwide. That's country to country.
No, the way with that's city specific, because if I go back home, I got a guarantee.
Where's home for you?
I'm from Philly.
I'm in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and I also lived in Harlem, and I got a place in Queens. And cocaine is shit nowadays because we have watered it down, because 19-year-olds and millennials are idiots. And so we can serve them anything, right? Like, we can serve millennials anything.
I mean, also,
first time I saw fish scale, I was like, first time I saw fish scale.
When you find out it's pink? When you find out it's pink?
First time I saw fish scale,
when I found out it was pink, I was about
I was like, the jig is up, y'all. Jig is up. Like,
I was like, I will never giggle again. I speak no Spanish till I saw that shit. It was like,
it was Costa Rica and Miami, and I was like, take me to the emergency room.
Rasheed, the first time I ever went to Costa Rica, I did what I consider a DC key pump. I thought I was gonna fucking have.
We're leaving Friday. We're going to Costa Rica Friday.
You're going to Costa Rica, bro. Pura vida. I hate you.
Pura vida.
Listen, we're going house shopping, nigga, in Costa Rica. We're never.
Yo, all right, well, good. I know where I'm coming to stay next time I come down there. So if you need a cabana boy, Like
We're looking at Tamarindo and Playa del Coco. Those are
don't
our
even
options.
play. All right. TBD. TBD. We're gonna put a pin in this conversation.
To
But
it being
like,
shit. To it being shit. There's like an old school like level of thought behind that, right? And basically, what fucked us over, what fucked everybody over, is crack. Because before crack, there's an educational process given. You don't just get given some drugs and they're like, "Oh, go to this corner." You got to be brought up. You got to be trained.
what's that show on FX about the crack fucking thing?
Snowfall.
Does anybody watch that? And before y'all answer, I just want to say I don't watch it because for some reason, and maybe I'm probably not crazy for saying this, I have a real problem with FX glorifying some shit that basically is a building block to the destruction of our people.
Yeah.
Oh, bro,
like,
I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck how it came about.
But then don't watch Chicago. Don't watch The Wire. Don't watch Oz.
Well,
right?
No, because those stories. Oh, here's the thing: if that show is done in the same way that The Wire is, where there is that realness and that from the streetness, then I will watch it.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. In fairness, I don't know.
If it is sensationalized, because The Wire was the reason why we love The Wire. The Wire was real. It wasn't sensationalized. If this shit is sensationalized in any way, I don't want anything to do with it. But if it's coming off on with real energy like The Wire, then I will go back and watch it. Yeah. So I'll be curious to see if any of y'all have watched it, what y'all think about it.
I haven't watched it, but I've heard really good things about it. Like I've had numerous people
I just started.
It's a good show.
You just started?
I've just started, but I generally love. So I feel like this. I feel like this is how the United States
Wood, we
works,
can't hear you.
Right? Like we are very good at trying to act like we are nice, but at the end of the day, we are fucking criminals.
Yeah, we're terrible. We're founded by criminals. What are you talking about?
We're founded by criminals. We literally are founded by
people that were like,
wrong. What do we start doing?
Queen.
Criminal shit.
Yeah.
Prohibition.
Get on a boat,
right
they
there.
said.
Like, oh, we can't sell booze.
We've got jobs, they said.
Guess what? I'm about to. My job's about to be robbing your white prison.
Yeah, like you've been arrested.
Look,
you can spend your life in prison, or we can stick you on a boat and send your ass across the Atlantic. Like,
we literally all have the same fascination. That's literally mob movies, basically criminal stuff like that, and serial fucking killers. That's just how the United States fucking works.
True.
We are a very violent society. I grew up violent as shit. This one girl told me she was full liberal. I was like, look, you'll enjoy it. Don't get me wrong. It's really, really good. But if your aspect is like what you just said, like I'm not trying to watch them glorify destroying the black community, don't watch it because this is the beginning of. It's kind of like Rick Ross's life. I think he even sued over it.
Ew. I'm gonna wrap. I would wrap up just so I can pass it back.
Still,
to my
this
host.
whole
hold on, Jamie. Sorry, just Rasheed's time is limited, so I just want to make sure he gets his work.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's fine. No, Simpson, thank you for sharing. I just wanted to wrap up and pass it back to the host because as a guest, I don't know how time works here. And
here's the thing. I want you.
No, let him.
So I just want to say really quick. So what happened was I was introduced to another component of this lifestyle, and that was the drug life. And it didn't take over me, and it wasn't the drugs that almost killed me. It was the work ethic that almost killed me, because at 36 years old, I was striving to break the $100,000 barrier as a GM in New York, in Manhattan. And it was that pushed me over the edge. And I remember my mom coming to visit me on my birthday, and I crashed. Like the system shut down and hit a hard reset. And if it wasn't for her quick thinking, I would have died on my birthday.
Shout out to moms. Like,
shout out to moms. So that week, while I was in the hospital, I quit my job, and everybody was like, oh, he'll come back. I eventually did come back, but in a different capacity. But at that time I was like, nigga, I ain't never coming back. I'm leaving this country. I'm leaving this industry. And I moved to the Caribbean, and I took my mom with me. Little did we know that it would be my mom's last year. She eventually died from epileptic seizure in her sleep, very unexpected. But she and I spent a year in paradise together, right? Like after she saved my life, and after I was able to thank her properly, and it was there that I decided to turn what had been a very personal journal into an autobiography. And then I self-published it and I released it on Amazon and Kindle. And when she passed, it was then when I decided to go on a little bit of a self-exploratory journey. I didn't have a plan. I came back to DC only because Hakeem, my brother, and my dad were in DC, and I wanted to be close to the people who were grieving like me. So I came back to DC and I took my very last restaurant job, which was Supra. That
Why
Georgian
you gonna name your restaurant after a car?
That place was a shit show. That's the next episode.
That's the best you could do for a name.
We'll circle back to that.
Yeah,
we'll talk about Georgian cuisine and Georgian wine. We'll have that.
I want to know about. I would like. I want you to talk about.
Can y'all hear me?
Hello, my name is because
we
can hear you.
No, that's how I wrote it.
I had to jump off at the beginning of your segment, but like I really want to talk about this before because we're getting we're getting it almost to hour number 3.
Yeah.
But I really want you to deep dive, give everybody the background, the lowdown on Hello, My Name Is.
I won't go too deep. What I will say is that as a gay Black Muslim, I struggled with two things. I struggled with my religious identity and I struggled with my racial identity. I've always been smarter than the average Black person in my class. I've always been gay for as long as I can remember.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
All right. So you've mentioned multiple times that you're gay. And it's like, I don't understand why that matters. You're just a Black man to me.
I can tell you why it
matters. Why?
Because you got enough education in this world not to give a fuck about him being gay. That's what matters.
Can I finish?
Yeah, hold on. Yeah. What's up? Go ahead, Wood.
All right. So, like, we're having a great conversation, all of us, and I don't give a fuck that you're gay. We're having a conversation just on merit of men just standing here having a conversation. So can you explain to me why you have to keep mentioning that you're gay? Because I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Are you ready for me to answer?
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. And I'm gonna take that. You know what I'm saying?
Ready?
I'm gonna listen to it because you're gonna tell me, because I'm just trying to get understanding. I'm not like throwing a shot at you or no shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let me know. Point to me. I'm ready when you're ready.
All right. I'm ready right now, brother.
As Martin told Gina, they called me.
Okay.
They called me, Gina. They called me, being Marcus called me, Boo called me. Because I was gay, because I'm from DC, because I wrote a book, because I talk about how hard it is to be gay in 1980s and 1990s growing up in DC, because I talk about how hard it was for me to identify with myself as a Muslim and being gay. And so I wrote a book about that because I was on Oprah talking about it. They called me. And when they called me, they said, we want to talk to you about your book. I didn't call them. So they called me and said, let's talk to you about your book. And my book is about me being a gay Black Muslim. That's why I keep mentioning it, because the more I normalize it, and the more I make it part of the conversation. Because what I hear from most Black heterosexual men is, oh, I don't give a fuck, that nigga gay. I got 9 brothers, champ. I know how to talk to you without mentioning being gay. I know how to slap box. I know how to go all day in the cut with you. I know how it works. But what I also know is that every time I silence it, every time I don't mention it, another nigga who looks like me jumps off a bridge at 13 years old. Every time I don't tell the story and mention that it's okay, so for you to pray to God and be gay, somebody who looks like me shoots himself. Somebody who looks like me marries a woman, has a baby, lies to her, goes to church, has a whole ass family, gets AIDS, gives it to her, lies to the kids, lies to the family. Every time that somebody who look like me and don't say, nigga, it's okay, be yourself and kill that shit. Be yourself and start a business. Be yourself and write a book. That's why I keep mentioning it. And that's why I'm so passionate about it, because I feel like that story isn't told enough from the successful side of that story, because I get why it's uncomfortable. But if we was talking about bitches eating pussy,
niggas is all in. I feel you. I feel you. And please don't take this.
Thank you, Rasheed. And yo, honestly, your question is beautiful. It's appropriate. Like it's one thing. Like this whole night, this whole conversation is necessary. Like and again, two like brothers who, I mean, y'all bliggity black, bliggity black. But
and I want to make sure that the son know that I ain't coming on no disrespect shit.
And I don't feel it.
It's
all I feel is love and a genuine concern. I don't feel, and if I came off strong, it's because that's my heart. That's my passion.
And
I didn't feel no disrespect from you, and I hope you ain't feel none from me.
That's why I love this show. That's why I love the space.
I was just asking the question. It's all love. It's like
yes, sir. And
I got one question.
Yeah, Jamie, you gonna ruin this beautiful moment? I know it. I can smell. Jamie, you about to ruin this shit. Here it comes.
He's like, I can
Here
smell
it comes. Jamie's gonna ruin it.
I literally
5,
was not about to ruin this.
Ain't no disrespect, brother. I was
before I hit buy now, I want to know, does it just come in paperback? Because that's all I can find on Amazon.
Yeah,
is there a hard copy?
It comes in paperback on Amazon as well as Kindle. So if you want
that
was
the question.
No, I wanted the hard copy, baby. I want to send that good money.
Amazon.
He's trying to get that coffee table action.
I'm trying to get that coffee table action. I want that good shit.
You can't have no paperback on the coffee table.
Fuck paperback. I want that hardback, nigga.
That's a hardback on Amazon.
So Rasheed, tell us again, how can we, if someone were to want to buy this book, how do we get it?
So everywhere that you can find me. So Rasheed Shakur, Rasheed like Wallace, Shakur like Tupac, on Instagram, on Facebook. And if you are looking specifically for the book, it's my first name, Rasheed, Rasheed, my government last name, Hamid, HAMID.com. That'll take you to all of the book readings that I have. That'll take you to the Oprah show. That'll take you to how to purchase the book. I'm currently working on the second book. That first book that I mentioned was literally just about me struggling from the age of 18 to late 20s, early 30s, still dating girls, still lying, like maneuvering my way through DC, maneuvering my way through the Ibex, maneuvering my way through Republic Gardens, removing my way.
in Republic.
Listen, like this is what I was doing.
That's the
This is me looking for light-skinned girls.
Always.
Come on. This is me looking for light-skinned girls to take to the family cookout. So don't nobody ask me, where your girlfriend at? When you getting married? This is me telling motherfuckers that she on the pill and we doing this, that. And that's why I ain't got no kids yet. When I tell you I got 9 brothers, I got 9 brothers. When I tell you I got nieces and nephews and I'm the only nigga that haven't reproduced, I'm the only nigga that haven't reproduced. And I didn't come out to my parents till I was 30 plus years old. So that's what this book is about. And when Marcus mentioned that there's a second book in the works, the second book is truly about the loss of my mom and the importance of therapy in the Black community. The first book is really a coming of age and just me being okay. You know how hard it is for a Black dude to just say, I'm okay being gay? Whatever your Jesus said, whatever Allah said, like, I'm just okay. I'm okay.
As a straight Black man, it's hard to just come out and say
that you eat ass.
I'm fucked up in my head.
Nope, no problem
with eating ass. I'm just
this dude right here.
I was trying to be serious, Rasheed, but I
I'm
guess,
sorry, I ain't never serious.
I was just gonna say it's hard as a black man in this day and age to just admit that like you need help.
Yeah,
like I need to, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm a motherfucker. I need therapy and fucking medication.
Yeah,
but
I'm not gonna lie to you. I will be the first to admit this right now. I took my black ass to fucking therapy. I went to fucking 12 funerals in 3 goddamn years. I had to bury homies I've known since I was like 10.
Yo, I went to a black therapist
had to bury my big brother.
I went to a black therapist one time. This old school brother, I went to him one time and he straight up looked at me and was like, "What the fuck are you even doing here?" And I was like, "Motherfucker, I got shit I need to talk to a motherfucker about." And he was like, it was insane. A black psychiatrist was basically, as I'm sitting here like, oh, I got to talk about some shit. I got some shit. Now he was like, "Nah, man, you good. Nah, you good. Like the last thing you want to hear about my fears.
It's important to tell people that
be a strong black man and
bro, that's not on out here. It's important to tell people that therapy is not mandatory. It's not mandatory in the black community, but it's okay in the black community. We built up these walls. It's like, oh no, I ain't telling nobody my business, and you crazy, you paying money for all of this. That's bizarre.
I told my homie from back home that I needed therapy. This nigga was like, "Yo, you just need to go back to church and drink more water." And I was just like,
"My kidneys?
Like that was your response?
My liver?
Yeah, I'm trying to save my brain, not my kidney.
My liver, nigga? I'm trying to save my soul. Like I'm going crazy.
Right, you know, like
I'm going crazy.
I'm trying not to live out that fantasy I keep having about jumping off the Taft Bridge. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got demons I need to exercise. I got fucking trauma I need to fucking process.
I got issues. Problems I need to iron out. Like, come on, man. This thing is deep, bro. It's deep.
All right, Rasheed.
Hey, yo, not much respect for you coming out. I wasn't like trying to disrespect you at all.
Stop.
I was just asking you a question. But no, listen to me.
We already family, bro. I got it.
Yeah. It's nothing but respect here.
Dude, this episode, this is our best episode of 2021. Last week was our funniest episode. Last week was our funniest episode. My face hurt like shit the next day because we laughed.
I was mad as fuck. I missed that one.
But this episode, this is the realest. This is the realest. This is
it ain't nothing but love.
Our best. All
right. Let me stop right there. Thank you.
Rasheed, I got one more question for you.
Go ahead, Jet.
Who's the question for?
Y'all hear me? My shit just froze.
Rasheed, yeah. We thought you froze for a second. Go ahead.
Hold on. I got. Damn, this shit sucks. Hold on. Well, I know. It's all the same thing.
Simpson, what?
Yeah. Jamie, where you go?
Right.
He's on that Campbell soup can with a string on it.
Right.
So whenever Jamie figures out what his shit he's gonna do, after he asks that question, we're gonna.
Where you at?
I got rid of the RCN because I was like, "Fuck that shit." But still, don't come until next week.
I know where the office is. We could burn that shit down when we get off.
I got allegedly too. I've just been chilling.
Fuck all that shit. Also, Val, I don't know if you thought I didn't hear that shit, bitch. I heard that shit.
What?
Where you at?
What? What I do?
Wait,
I heard that shit. Where you at?
Jamie, ask your question.
Where you at, Jamie?
Anyways, Rasheed, here's the question. Which platform to buy this shit do you make the most money in?
On my website, RasheedHamid.com.
It's on the bottom clicker right here. If you see
it.
Thank you for asking that question.
So
I appreciate that.
Awesome. So Rasheed, let's what are you doing right now besides writing this book? What else do you have going on?
You know what? I'm planning a wedding. Pedro and I are getting married September 24th. We're coming down to DC. He was kind enough to, he's from Pennsylvania. And
shout out to your husband who's in the chat room too. I just caught that.
I didn't realize.
All right, go ahead, Pedro.
He's from Pennsylvania. I'm from DC, and he was kind enough to allow us to have our wedding in DC. So we're having a 3-day wedding there. That's what we're planning right now.
Amazing.
The company is going crazy. The extra hands virtual assistants is going crazy. We just signed MC Search, who most of you will know is famous for executive producing the album Illmatic for Nas. We're doing all of his administrative assistant work right now. We've
Certified
got
publishing.
Say what?
No,
certified publishing.
Oh yeah, you know about that shit. Certified publishing. You know
yeah.
about that
So
shit.
Rasheed,
You know
break
what
down
I'm
break down what that is. Break down what this is.
So basically, what Extra Hands is
Okay.
you know, when I left the restaurant industry, I knew that I had enough skills, and Bambi, you'll appreciate this because I knew that I knew enough to sell the shit that I know. I know spreadsheets. I know how to hire people. I know how to train people. I know how to fire people appropriately. I know how to create menus. I know how to write a budget. Like all of those things were things that the restaurant industry had taught me. And so when I realized I don't want to do this, so how do I make money? I was like, oh shit, I can sell this thing to other people who don't know how to do this. So I started meeting people in my travels and they were like, oh, I own, you know, I make tutus for pit bulls. And I was like, oh, that's great. How much money did you make last year? She's like, oh, I don't know. I don't know how to use QuickBooks. I'm like, oh, you do realize for like $35 an hour, you could pay me to manage your QuickBooks. And then next thing you know, I'm running tutus for pit bulls, and fast forward, now we've got 40 fucking clients. And we end up in the living room of the MC Searches and the Dwayne Wades of the world.
America.
Here we go.
Fuck yeah.
I love it, dude.
Well, we take everybody, man. I don't have specific prices for that reason because I'm a Black-owned minority business. I have 25 employees. Every single one of my employees are Black women. They're all from the DMV, Chicago, Atlanta, or New York. And I'm a minority-owned business owner who employs minority business women, who helps minority businesses make money and be seen by other businesses to become non-minority. Like you can't.
Maybe you might have a place for Asian women.
Come on, Asian women, let's go.
We could definitely use some virtual assistants in this camp. Like, you know,
I'm managing Search's podcast, and
we got Val,
right
Concussed Marcus, and Stoner.
We'll talk later. No,
Val's the tip of the spear. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I want to shout out Wood before I go. I just want to shout out Wood because I want to say this, and I want to make sure that it's heard and it's respected and appreciated in the vein that I'm giving it. And I'm done after this. Having 9 brothers and being the nigga who pretended he wasn't gay, who hid his sexuality so that I could fit in with the Woods of the world. I always wanted to fit in because the minute in 1992, the minute somebody knew I was gay, I had to fight them. They was going to fight me. They was going to punch me in the face because I was a faggot. The minute somebody knew I was gay in 1992, they were going to punch me in the face. Like that was a
whole different animal.
92, right? I'm talking about Riverdale, Maryland. When I was at Parkdale
Riverdale,
High School, I'm talking about Eastern High School.
Eastern High School.
Like I'm talking about Kingsman, Elliott Jr. Like this is what I had to grow up with. So meeting niggas like Wood and having conversations with my brother like Wood is the reason that I wrote the book. It's the reason that I show up in places like this because they look like us, they talk like us, and I felt your level of respect. I felt your question. Like it wasn't received in no other way than the way that you sent it. And I hope that I answered it in a way that you asked it. And that you got that answer from the bottom of my heart, because that's how conversation changes shit. Because now
it was
you can
never
move
no disrespect. And let me tell you,
Wood, one day you're gonna have a conversation with somebody and be like, "I met the coolest fucking gay dude. I met the coolest fucking gay dude," and that shit will change another nigga's perception.
Let me just jump in here real quick.
Give me 2 seconds. Do you
remember? Go ahead, Wood.
All right, sorry, brother.
Do
you remember? This is 93. There was a song that came out by Buju Banton. Called "Boom Bye Bye" and a Baki Boy Head.
So go to my fucking website. You'll see me. I fucking when Buju came out of jail in Barbados, I hosted the fucking concert that Buju and Rihanna threw. We'll talk offline. I hosted the concert that Buju threw the Freedom Tours.
Oh, the man is trying to scramble this. God damn it.
Sorry,
there was a Rasheed. There's a glitch while you were talking.
Hold on, Rasheed. You're like all scrambled up.
Yeah,
for a
it got all glitchy when you started telling the story. I'm sorry.
Yes, but you know the crazy shit about that song.
Okay, tell it again.
I was just saying when Buju got out of jail, I hosted. I'm
gonna tell you why he got locked up. Because
I don't care why he got locked up.
No,
they
I'm
didn't
giving
want him to perform that song because it was a gay song. It was a gay bashing song.
It was a slur. But let me give it to you.
Slur.
They did
and
not
I hosted that fucking concert with Rihanna and Buju Banton. If you go to my Instagram, you'll see the picture of me and Rihanna standing at the Buju concert the night he got out of jail.
Well, let me give you
Barbados.
why he even went to jail, brother. Because when that song came out here in the US, they didn't know what the fuck it was about. And they played it on every radio station. Boom, bye, bye, and the bate boy, Ed. We the national, no, that's the boy, we have to dead. Woman, it's up in a hug up and a lay down in the bed. Hug up and a kiss up and a rub down leg. Send for the money, send the booja instead. They didn't know what the fuck he was saying.
Where you from, though? Hold up. All right, we'll circle back. Go ahead.
Oh, dude. All right, this is kind of, hold up. That's a story for another time. I just want to throw in real quick on some anecdotal shit. My son, he's mixed. He half black, half white. He is 10 years old. He is in the throes of discovering his blackness. I do everything in my power. When we're watching TV and shit, like he's always like, oh, what the fuck is this? And one day he came across Everybody Hates Chris. And I was like, oh, we're going to sit down and watch this shit. And we're going to talk about all this shit. He was, for like a year and a half, he was like, Daddy, can we watch the Boondocks? And I was like, you ain't ready for the Boondocks. I was like, you ain't ready. A few weeks ago, I was like, he said, I forget what the fuck it was he said to me, but I was like, yo, I think you're fucking ready. It's actually after dealing with all them kids that were blowing up the mortars and shit. Because I was like, I need to teach my son the difference between black people and niggas, like real quick. And so we're watching the Boondocks. We watching Boondocks, right? One of his the Thugnificent episode in season 1, when that shit came up, bro, I ain't never seen a little dude that was so like not shocked by the end of that episode, because I laid the groundwork. And then we come up on season 2 when Thugnificent is trying to sending Riley all the stuff, the little short tank tops and the little, skorts and shit, dude. Like,
don't say skorts. Don't ever say skorts again, but go ahead.
But you know what I'm saying, though, right? You know what I'm saying? Man,
there's some Wu-Tang shit in that Boondocks
the episode
too.
with Ghostface when he shows up in
that's that Wu-Tang.
Snake Meter episodes and the Thugnificent episodes are his favorite fucking episodes of that shit.
It's like R. Kelly episode is the best, but whatever.
Yo, he's eating that fucking shit up. Because I was like, when we finish this, we're gonna do Blackish. Like my little dude, he's about it. So, but I love the fact that we got this intersection going on right here, man. This is literally
energy,
I knew this was gonna be
energy.
I knew this was gonna be a great episode, but this is above and beyond anything I could have possibly expected. And like,
I was cracking a lot of jokes last week. This week I was talking on some more serious shit.
So I got the picture of Rihanna, and there you go.
Oh, is that from that show?
So yeah, this is it. This is us in Barbados at the Buju Banton concert. It was the Freedom Tour. It just came out, and everybody was asking,
the Buju
are you going to do the song? Like, is he going to do the song? And he kind of went back and forth. He wavered, and specifically for those who don't know, the only reason he chose to do the song is that the governor. So Barbados is also under the Queen of England. It's a British West Indies island. The governor of the island, who reports directly to the Queen of England, is a black woman, and she's the first black woman who's an open lesbian. and she welcomed Buju into her house. And Buju told her, "I'll do the song with your permission." And it was the very last song. We sat in that fucking VIP for 2 hours and we waited for him to do Boom Boom Bye Bye. And he did it. And 5 minutes before he did it, Rihanna showed up and she was in the VIP booth next to us. And then they all came and we left together. I mean, this is what happens. This isn't unnormal for us. Like, I say these stories and I look at people like Marcus, I look at people like Boo, I look at people like Bambi. Like, this is what we do. Like, we're constantly surrounded by this. So it's not impressive. That's not a brag. That's not a pat on the back. That's more to Wood's point of the societal damage that we're talking about as it relates to homosexuality and the straight male view. Because we see these people every day. Like, that's not important to us. We don't give a shit about them. I don't give a fuck. They shit every day like me. I don't care. Look, Hakeem said they called me. I did. I called
me.
They called me, Gina.
Martin told Gina they called me. Shit. All right. Done. Well, let's we're into shit. We're 2 hours and 7 minutes in.
It's TikTok time.
It's TikTok time. What I want to do is I want to avoid. There's been some debate back and forth. I am of the opinion that our show last week, while it was brilliant, might have run a little too long. And the steam started. I want to avoid doing that tonight and leave on a high note. So let's get these TikToks in, and then let's get final words, and then let's break this fucking shit off because I'm trying to I don't know, maybe sneak in.
Up last week, so yeah.
We was all fucked up, man.
I was definitely fucked up.
I broke my cardinal rule. I usually try not to get high during the show, but like you got me. Something about the conversations we were having. I was just steady smoking, and by hour 3, I was like,
yeah, no doubt, son. So, I was giving you some Wu-Tang stories and shit.
Yo, I was high on that shit, bro. As high as Wu-Tang get, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know, I was giving you that. This week it was a little bit more serious and shit, you know?
All right.
But that's how we do. That's how we do.
Since we talked about Nellie's a little bit earlier, let's play that one about the flag.
Yeah, if anybody knows the backstory on this fucking shit, please drop something in the comments because I want to know.
Yeah, please tell us.
What flag?
Watch this.
Shut up. Did I just watch Nellie?
Hold up.
Nellie's! Bitch, shut up. Did I just watch Nellie throw the pride flag off their roof? I think I just did. Y'all are mad. Like, really mad. All you had to do was close up shop and give it up. But instead, y'all chose to struggle to get this flag down in the first place and then toss it to the protesters. Y'all dumb done. It's a...
So what I want to know is, did someone from, because Nellie's was closed. So if Nellie's is closed, who was it that climbed up there and tore the flag down? Like, I could see a protester being like, yo, I know how to get up on the motherfucking roof and then bring that shit down and then just, you know, chuck it to the protesters. I just have a hard time imagining someone from Nellie's being like, you know what would be a really good idea to calm these people down is let's take this pride flag and
during Pride Month.
During Pride Month, while in the middle of a protest, and just chuck it to them. So if anybody has any idea about the backstory on that shit, message us, hit us in the comments. I need to know because that shit is that's some whack ass shit. Like,
all right.
Again, what Rasheed said about, you know, it's about the dudes that put hands on that woman. It's not about the bartenders. It's not about the cooks. It's not about the bus boys, you know. It's about this security company. So, you know, and I mean, if anybody on the Nelly staff got out of pocket that night, then it's about them too. But in general, there's a lot of people that had nothing to do with this situation that are affected by this. And again, Nelly's opting to pay their employees while they're shut down is the only real silver lining in this whole thing. Yeah, I hope they continue to keep that up while they're closed.
I don't know that I don't. Well, obviously, we don't know the full story, but from my understanding, from things that have been talked about in the past, is that Nellie's has been problematic, particularly in issues with race. in the past. And so for while what happened was shocking, it wasn't surprising for many people.
Yeah, them
Do you know what I'm
flying that
saying?
Blue Lives Matter flag next to the Pride flag is just
Yeah. And I think, I think part of the reason why people are in such an uproar about this, and it's not because, you're right, like it was a security company that was ultimately responsible for this, but it's also, I think a lot of people take issue with the fact that that there have been issues in the past with Nellie's and their problematic history with race, and particularly with Black people and with people who have been on their staff,
yeah, this isn't about customers. This is also about issues with Black staff that have been Black people that have been employed there.
And that felt discriminated against. And so I think there are a lot of layers with this issue with Nellie's. And I think that had there not been all these other issues in the past, I think if this were an isolated incident and people were like, I think people would be far more forgiving to say that it was just it was their security staff.
This is definitely
right?
some straw breaking the camel's back type energy going on, for real.
Right.
For real. So how about this? I'm just gonna throw this idea out here. We're coming up on 2 hours and 15 minutes. It's Val's birthday.
It's my
She
birthday.
beat the pool. She beat the
She
odds.
beat the pool.
She beat the odds. We thought she was donezo, but
We lost.
Like Elton John, she's still standing.
I'm back.
You know what I'm saying? And so how about this? Let's do our let's officially wrap up the show, but then for Val's birthday, we'll keep it going for a little while. We'll call this the
I
bonus
don't wear
round.
condoms.
And
What, do you want to play your TikToks now, or you want to play them
Is
later?
that-
whatever's
was that
clever.
I don't know.
The Val, we had shots for your birthday yesterday.
Yes, we did. Oh, I had a lot of shots.
Hey, Wood, for real, man. Next time you and Doc go out, man, you gotta call me. I'm child free for the next 6-7 weeks. So
He's child free
Wood
for
and
6 or
Dr.
7
Mike are out
hours.
all the time.
He's
The
child
only
free
reason why I
for
don't
6 or
fuck
7
around
hours.
My
the
dude,
only reason why I don't fuck around is when I have my kids. And so I'm not gonna have them for 6 weeks. So if you and Doc are out and about, call.
Bruh, we go
brother.
out every day. So
Literally
you wanna come out tomorrow?
every day they're out.
Just come
All
out.
right,
That's why I would.
Speaking of fathers,
You just drop a pin. I'll come find you. All right.
speaking of
Seriously,
Father's
Hey,
Day,
son.
big. Speaking about
We
being a
out
father,
every day. It don't
Okay.
matter. We out
Heard it.
every day.
Oh,
Heard it.
and P.S. Doc Mike has some catfish for us.
word.
Oh, he
All right,
gave
He
it.
got that Occoquan catfish, right?
Yeah.
You know,
All
he
right, bro.
country as shit. This nigga be fishing and doing all type of country shit.
All right, here's the TikTok fathers out there.
Give us that Father's Day action. I love this joint.
Oh shit.
You get the goldfish in a cigarette cellophane, homie.
My God.
Yo,
With the
That is
lighter,
tragic.
what the fuck is that nigga on?
That shit
Alright.
is tragic as fuck.
When you're a good dad with a bad past, you're like, what do I know?
What?
All right, here's another Father's Day TikToky.
Take it, Tommy.
I'm not even playing. By the time I have my daughter, I'll spin her like a goddamn pizza. Toss that dough in the air. I treated my son like a Fabergé egg when he was first born. By the time my daughter came along, oh shit.
Nigga, I just got a daughter. If I had a son, he would
Did we
get no love.
Did we do the cream filled donut last week?
Nah.
He would
Okay.
get no.
Or
I
if
would-
we did, I don't remember. So do it
Oh
again.
wait, no. I don't think we did. I don't think we did.
All right.
Or maybe we did, and everybody was like, "What the fuck?"
No, we didn't.
What is happening?
This is
really
Bama's
specific.
I don't remember this at all.
This is Bama's being Bama's.
This is
That's
the
Bush
truth.
man.
That's what happened to me today.
I'm out.
Who the fuck put beans in a
goddamn donut.
Bet he takes another bite. I bet he takes another bite. Do it. You know he's gonna do it. You know he took another bite. You know he
I'd
took
eat
another
the whole
bite.
fucking thing. I'd be like, all right, that's
You
cool.
know he took another bite.
When you're on
Dude,
your
I
break,
made I use
Once
the
you
Krispy
know,
Kreme donut
right?
as a
Once you
hamburger
know,
bun
Barb,
at a
then I'll
Redskins
eat
game.
it,
So
baby. I don't care.
Right? I mean, once you know, you just eat it.
the white folk shit.
Angie from the back.
Here's what happens when you're on your break and a Karen walks up.
Who's falling, even the sun don't shine. I got faith in you and I, so put your pretty little hand in.
Shout out to all the postal workers out there. Her fucking face.
Get 0 fucks. He didn't even look her way.
He didn't even see her ass, yo. He saw all of him. He saw 0%.
Can I just say happy birthday to Bambi? I mean, it is
Happy birthday,
already
Bambi.
2 hours after my expected crash time.
Right.
And you have crushed it. My non-meltable ice has melted. My bottle of Jameson has emptied, and you are still here.
I'm so
persevering.
rocking that shit out.
My
yeah,
Costco
right?
You are
bottle
the
of Bambee'S
Constitution.
died during this show. So
I tell you, I am
Happy
notorious for like almost crashing and then just
No,
right
you
back up.
fucking rock
Right
that
back up.
shit, bro.
do it.
You did it.
I got 2 more TikTok. Yes.
Yo, hit us, and then let's break this.
Ask you about your wife beater.
Second. Oh, my wife.
Is it doing okay? That's cute.
Is that-
Whatever. That's weird, Marcus.
Yeah. That's so weird.
It is. It's a little weird. I'll call you.
What are we playing now?
Bambi, I'll call you. We'll talk
You're
about
welcome
it.
to the bank.
What are we
Yeah,
watching now?
we gotta give a shout out to our animal lovers in
Yes.
the
Yes.
crowd. Hit it, Marcus.
Yeah.
Play it.
Or in white bats. They're also called Caribbean tent
I love
making
them.
bats.
They-
And that's
these
because
white
they'll
bats?
make little huts by cutting down the middle of a leaf in a way that makes it fall down like a tent that protects them from rain, the hot sun, and predators. And these white bats will huddle together in groups
What
of 10 to
the fuck
15
is
and sleep
that,
during the day.
They're
And because
little
this
white
Caucasian
bat.
Caribbean bat weighs as much as a
It looks
couple
like a
Skittles,
demon.
it's one of the smallest snack
Caribbean.
puppies in
That
the
makes no
world.
sense.
And for those of you who are afraid of bats, this flying Q-tip is a vegan that eats almost nothing but one special type of fig. And as for why they break the rule of nature by wearing white in the jungle, scientists believe they do this because a gang of white bats looks suspiciously like a wasp nest to ops like squirrel monkeys. And the same way girls might sync up and go on the rag at the same time, all the bats in the colony also synchronize and give birth within a couple days of each other. But if I'm being honest, the only reason I told you that was so I'd have an excuse to show you this. You can find this living cotton ball in Central America and in countries like Costa Rica, Panama, Nicaragua,
there
and
you
of
go,
course Honduras.
Rasheed.
Send this to someone who hates bats. I promise you they'll fold.
Ah, why would you hate bats? Look how cute they are.
No, first of all, I had a bat in my house when I was 10. Terrified me. I was off of no. In general, fuck a bat. But that shit's mad cute.
Let me
That
say
shit's
this
mad
to
cute.
Boo.
That shit's mad cute.
Can I say something to Boo really quick?
Yeah, what's up? Oh, he got to take his glasses off.
Uh-oh.
I need to
I'm
refill my
here in
drink.
the house. I'm here in Lancaster.
Oh shit.
Wait, where?
Lancaster.
Lancaster. Pedro and I
Pennsylvania?
are here.
All right, go ahead.
And there's a bat. Babe, I love you. There's a
You in
bat.
Lancaster, Pennsylvania?
Lancaster.
Lancaster.
And Pedro's like, no, this happens every season. It's like, this happens every spring. I was like,
Where the
nigga,
fuck
that's
is that
a
at?
whole ass bat. Like, that's a whole bat. He's like, no, it happens once a year. I'm not used to it. And so
Yeah.
for you to downplay it, Boo, don't downplay it. It's still a fucking
Dude,
bat.
I'm not even playing. I was at home. I was 10 years old. I was at home by myself. Mom's was out working job number 3, was on her way back from that shit. But somehow this fucking bat got in my fucking shit. I was watching the Muppet movie. I remember it.
No, I'm done.
And I saw some shit out the corner of my eye. And then that motherfucker dive bombed me. I grabbed the broom and I ran outside my house and I stood on the fucking sidewalk. I was hollering at the neighbors and shit. And, like, I literally wouldn't go in the house until my mom got home from work. And then one of the neighbors had to catch this fucking bitch in a
Where was
trash
you at?
can.
Where
and
was
let it
you
go.
at?
Ruatan Street, Silver Spring, right up the road, right up the street from Quebec Terrace.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know
Montgomery
exactly.
County,
where that
brother.
is.
Like,
I know where you at.
yeah. So that was, and I was fucked for the longest time. Like, I'm at the point now. I'm good. I'm chilling. You know, fruit, dude. That we had that video that I sent last week of the 5 foot tall fruit bats that live in the Philippines.
Did we play that video last week?
Did we play it? I don't know.
I don't think we did.
I'll pull it
Because
up.
I would have remembered that. Yeah,
I was so fucked up by
bitches
this
are
time
crazy.
of the show, but like,
We'll play
yeah,
it
they got
next-
these they got these fruit bats. These bitches get like 5 feet tall.
Yeah,
And
we'll
all
play
they
it
eat
next-
is
That's as
fruit.
tall as
seen
me.
But
I'm a fruit
you know
bat.
what? I saw a movie called The Abominable Dr. Phibes, and this motherfucker
seen that.
had fruit bats. These bats like came and like rolled up on this dude while he was in bed and killed him. And I saw
What?
this shit at probably age 11 and was like, nah, like Hollywood be fucking you up on some bat shit, dude. Like bats.
Baby, call me. Let's talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
Between all the, but that movie Contagion, where the whole
we
thing
watched that.
starts with the bat shit.
We watched that right at the beginning of the
And not only
pandemic last
fucked you
year.
up on that shit, but it fucked you up on
Agent?
some white
Fuck
people
yeah.
shit too. Because the
Dude,
last samurai
like-
and Tarzan are both
All right.
white men in a different country doing everything.
Here's some more bats for you guys.
One day they'll learn to leave that shit alone. Yo, here we go.
If you're no taller than 5'6", congratulations.
That's me.
You're shorter than
That's
this bat.
my size.
That is a giant golden crown flying fox, and the biggest ones can have a wingspan just
You're
over
smaller
5.5
than the
feet.
bat.
So yeah, ain't no Photoshop. There's some real shit. They got their
I'm
name
just
because they look
playing.
like a fox OD'd on Red Bull. But don't worry,
I
mega
would-
bats like the flying fox are only found in
I
the
would break the
Philippines,
fuck
and
down.
Australia, and Africa, and South
Break
Asia,
the
and
fuck
basically
down. If one
everywhere
landed
else.
next to
On
me
a serious
right
note,
now-
these roid bats are 100%
Nigga,
harmless
Australia
because they
is
only
the
ever eat fruits and
absolute
nectar.
worst.
The biggest mega bat of
Yeah.
them all is the golden flying fox.
Everything
Its
will
favorite
kill you in
fruit are
Australia.
figs. And if that doesn't make
Oh,
you like
or
them,
Becky
mama
wish it
flying
had.
foxes will do everything with their pup, and since there's no daycare
That's
in the
how
jungle, that
in
includes
Australia,
fly. Here's what those
hunting
foxes
spiders-
do. And yes, while
What?
saying this is
They're
the
so
best way
cute.
for a therapist
Oh,
to
no.
go
They
on
are
tax
not
bracket,
fucking
they're actually
cute.
really
That's
important
not
to spread
cute.
your
No,
tree
hunting
and plant
spiders
seeds. In
big
fact,
as your
because of
hand.
pollination, they generate millions of dollars into the economy. And
That
they're
shit
endangered, so
was
they're not that bad. When
crazy.
they get too
Fuck all
hot, they
that.
start fanning themselves with their wings. And I'm only telling you that so they seem more
no.
relatable. And if that doesn't work, the flying fox will lick itself in order to stay cool. Moral of this video, this huge flying hellspawn
What?
is
That
really just an
baby is
innocent
cute.
vegan sky puppy.
You need to shut the fuck up now.
That baby
Man.
is not cute. What are you talking about?
That
I'm
baby
telling
is
you,
cute.
they're vegan and harmless, but if one landed next to me,
What? It would be my size. It would be like me. flying next
I
to you.
can't I
Like,
cannot guarantee you that I would not soil myself and pass out. And not in that order.
But yo, son, fucking cicadas are harmless.
You show me a 5 foot cicada, I'll show you a motherfucker breaking fucking Usain Bolt's fucking record. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Like, you gonna see a blazed trail, son. Shit.
But
All right,
cicadas
here's-
like 8 inches long with red
What?
eyes. They just fly right
Right?
into your mouth
With the
while you
eyes,
talking.
dude, they be
their eyes.
Yeah. Niggas is blind. They'll fly right in your mouth while you talking on the phone.
you still
They're
talking about
the
cicadas,
absolute
right?
Worst, bro.
If a bat flies
I
in my
hate
mouth,
those
I guess
niggas.
I just gotta go full Ozzy and bite that shit off. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, so you don't want none of that. My friend was like, "Oh, I chocolate dipped 2 cicadas and ate it." I was like, "What?"
What the
He
fuck?
said you're still talking about cicadas, right?
What? You need to
I hate
bro.
these
What's
niggas,
up,
man. They the worst ever. It's like I had to keep my door closed on my patio for the last 4 weeks.
And you know they
because,
spray, right?
yeah,
you know-
these
you know they
niggas
squirt-
just
they
be
squirt.
nose diving
Nope, I'm out.
straight.
You know they
Like,
squirt,
I'm
right?
coming.
They squirt. You know what they squirt? They squirt, and not only do they squirt what is called honeydew.
Ew.
So you could be walking through a bunch of
It's just
cicadas
a
and some
pleasure.
trees, and you feel some mist on you.
No, it
That's
has
the
been a
Bama's. That's the
pleasure.
Bama's
Is
ejected.
a honeydew?
So
I've
they
been
eat
in
all
the
the
house.
sap.
I let
They eat all the
these-
sap, and then what they
these
don't get,
niggas
whatever
been nose
nutrients they
diving
don't get,
straight into my motherfucking
Nope, I'm
wall.
done.
they just skeet. They skeet. It's
Yeah.
not pee.
Nope,
Honeydew?
baby,
It's
baby,
not
honeydew.
pee. It's like
I
sweat
don't
that
want
just
to talk
comes out
about.
their
I don't
butt.
want to talk about that shit.
All right, here's the last TikTok of the evening. And I don't know why I haven't thought about this before.
Oh no.
Alexa, intruder alert.
Wrong house, motherfucker.
What the fuck is that?
Alexa.
I can't see.
Somebody hates her.
I would immediately take a shit
Somebody
on the
hates
nicest piece of furniture they had if I broke into that house and that was how Alexa greeted me. I got your intruder alert right here. Let this brown body hit the floor, bitch. How you like that? First of all, Drowning Pool sucks. That song is fucking stupid, and everyone who likes that band is fucking lame. Go fuck yourself. They're the Nickelback of new metal.
It has its place.
They're the Nickelback of new metal. That dude died in a hotel room. That dude died in a hotel room in Manassas.
At an outdoor event.
That dude died.
That song serves a purpose.
That dude died of a drug overdose in a hotel room outside of
seriously, Bambi.
Manassas.
That's the only time at an outdoor concert. Like that's it.
This shit's fucking whack, dude. Fuck Drowning Pool or Drowning, whatever the fuck. Fuck them. Nickelback looking ass.
All right, Rasheed, where can we get your book at?
Yes, give us a shout out.
One more time.
What are you talking about?
Tell us one more time. Where can we get your book?
Grinder. No. No, you can get the book at Rasheed. Fuck you, Bambi. Happy birthday. You get the book at RasheedHamid.com. RasheedHamid. RasheedHamid.com. Thank you guys so fucking much.
Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you.
Bambi, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Wood, thank you, brother, for having discourse with me. I've really appreciated all of this. Thank you.
Hey, Rasheed, fuck you. I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Don't ever do this to your eyes again.
It was nice to kick it with you, son.
Don't do that.
Damn. Wood, you got any final words for the people?
Yep.
Always.
Fuck that shit.
Fuck. You heard it here, folks.
Fuck that shit. Much love.
Yo, we lost Jamie, but when we get off here, I'm gonna walk over to his apartment and kick in his door and see what he's doing.
Yeah.
I know you got weed, motherfucker. What's up?
That sounds dangerous.
He was talking about earlier. Tell him I said fuck Juneteenth. I ain't
Absolutely, my man. Absolutely.
All right, Wood, we'll see you next week. Rasheed, we'll talk to you this week.
Yes.
Boo, anything else?
Man, hey, Rasheed, nice to meet you, son.
Pleasure's all mine, bro.
Hey, you guys should stay on. You guys will stay on for the after party.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm lost. Dude, as soon as we're not live anymore, I'm getting the fuck out of here and gonna go harass Jamie. So you know.
All right. Anyway, what else you got left?
No, man, I just want to say I had a fucking amazing week. My kids finished school. They're super dope. I got to fucking play at my friend's 50th birthday party with my go-go band, and we fucking shredded shit. I got to hang out with y'all and fucking Crushing DC represented. Got to fucking sell some shit. I had a dope-ass Father's Day. I got no complaints, man. I'm just trying to keep this energy going. Just trying to keep it going and hopefully building. So
yo, son, I'm about to take my socks off. My feet are disgusting, but I'm can't nobody see
I'm
that
out.
shit.
That's it.
Yeah,
all right, guys.
Be good to yourself. Be good to other motherfuckers too. You know what I'm saying?
Val, what
Shit
you-
comes back around.
Huh?
What you got,
Happy
Val?
birthday, Val.
Happy birthday,
It's
Val.
my birthday, and it was amazing birthday. Thank you,
You
everybody
you beat all the odds.
I did, right? I mean, I was hammered for the past 2 days.
You're welcome.
Yo, my
Fuck
mom-
you
my-
for getting me involved in that bet.
My mom this morning, she called me and she's like, okay, you have fun. Don't have too much fun.
She know better.
I had like 2 shots
She
with
didn't
you
know.
yesterday and shit.
I think we had more than 2 shots, Wood. Like,
Yeah, probably.
let's be fair.
All right, Marcus, what's your final thoughts?
So tomorrow I'm playing in the celebrity golf tournament in Clifton, Virginia. Fuck.
Oh, okay. Clifton, is that anything like Crofton, Maryland?
I have no idea. I don't even know.
Well, Crofton, Maryland is in the motherfucking boonies.
But I don't know. I know I got
Crofton's in the boonies. That's all.
Who are these celebrities that you're playing?
That's a very
It's all NFL players.
Oh,
These
like
niggas got
Redskins
me in the
for
shit.
that type, for that neighborhood. It's probably Redskins players and
who?
That's dope.
Skin.
Oh.
What?
Washington football
Oh, I'm
team.
sorry.
Oh, okay,
I don't live
okay,
there no more.
Ah.
Nigga, I can still say faggot
I
because
didn't
I'm gay.
think
So
Yeah.
Good night. I'm out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
What?
Thank you to Rasheed. I love you so much.
Yeah.
It's good to hear from you. Wood, we'll see you next week. Crushing Boo, I love you. Val, happy
Jamie, wherever you
birthday.
are, I'm coming for you,
Fuck
bro.
you. And the hammer is going to start coming down on Matt's gate. So,
Oh yeah, we'll be back next week with more
Matt
Gates
Gates
Gate.
is going to jail.
fuck that.
Totally insane.
They pushed me out and maced me.